Hanceville Police Department is now being called a criminal enterprise after the chief of police and 4 officers were hauled off in handcuffs, arrested on drug-related charges and tampering with evidence. WAFF 48's Noah Cowell has more on why those officers are considered a threat to public safety.
This investigation started when Chris Willingham was found dead from an overdose while he was on the job at the 911 center in August. We now know that he died with a cocktail of drugs in his system, including fentanyl. As of today, we learned that some of those drugs came right from the Hanceville Police Evidence Room, which has now sparked a massive drug and corruption investigation.
There is a rampant culture of corruption in the Hanceville Police Department, which has recently operated as more of a criminal enterprise than a law enforcement agency.
The Hanceville police chief, 4 of his officers, and an officer's wife are all facing a variety of crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. Eric Kelso is accused of giving Adderall, hydrocodone, and anabolic steroids to 2 fellow officers, Cody Kelso and Jason Wilbanks. Eric and his wife Donna are both charged with accused of giving Adderall.
They hired this guy to be a copper.
Hydrocodone and anabolic steroids to 2 fellow officers, Cody Kelso and Jason Wilbanks. Eric and his wife Donna are both charged with drug distribution and conspiracy. Police Chief Jason Marlin is accused of knowing about at least some of these issues and failing to report them.
No, he was deeply involved. He knew exactly what was going on. It's one big family, remember? It's the blue team.
These officers find themselves on the opposite end of the laws they were sworn to uphold.
In today's news conference, District Attorney Champ Crocker highlighted the lack of security in the evidence room, releasing photos of a massive hole carved out to the room where people had unauthorized access to evidence like drugs. A picture even shows a man using a broomstick to jimmy the door to get inside.
This evidence room was routinely accessed by individuals who were not authorized to do so, going in and out using this stick through the hole in the wall.
Evidence for several cases is now legally tainted and
using a stick through the hole in the wall
can't be used in trials. The Coleman County Grand Jury recommended the city shut down its police department entirely. If that happens, the Coleman County Sheriff Matt Gentry says his department is ready to step in to help.
We would take over all responsibilities from patrol in that area, investigation in that area, dispatch.
Sounds like JD needs to give a call over there to that sheriff's department to find out if we can make some headway on this case right here.
And or the jail. Of course, you know, we have the jail here where we run over 400 inmates a day.
The 6 who were charged are currently out on bond. Now, the district attorney said that he won't go into any specifics on what caused Willingham's death, but they do attribute much of it to the lack of security in that evidence room, which Willingham did have access to on the day that he died. Reporting in Coleman County, Noah Cowell.
Okay, now that you have a little brief, let's really get into the comedy of this. Let's really get into the comedy.
Every part of this process. They reviewed the evidence for days, and they weren't afraid to ask tough questions. This grand jury upheld their oaths on behalf of the citizens of Coleman County, and they were unanimous in their recommendations, and they were unanimous in all the indictments that I have listed. I want to talk about the evidence room, and we're going to have another slide for you. One of the most concerning things that we discovered in this process was that Hanceville Police Department's evidence room was not secure. Criminal evidence must be secured in order to have that evidence for prosecution and to ensure due process. This evidence room was anything but secure.
Take a look at that evidence room. I mean, see this stick right here? They could take this stick right here, reach over and unlock the door and go in there and get the fentanyl.
This photo here is the outside wall to the evidence room, and you will see this hole in the evidence room. This picture was taken on August 23rd, 2024. You will also notice a broomstick in the corner that is green with a white handle on it. And in the next couple slides, you will see what that broomstick was used for in this hole. And I'm not going to name the individual pictured here. This is someone who works there. And you can see this individual has this stick in his hand and is pushing it in the door, in the hole, to jimmy open the door. And the grand jury watched a lot of videos. This is from security camera footage showing this evidence room was routinely accessed by individuals who were not authorized to do so.
It was routinely accessed, but wait, it gets even better.
Going in and out using this stick through the hole in the wall. And we have one more photo of that. This is from the same transaction here, where this individual who had the stick is actually sticking his head and upper body into the hole, attempting to jimmy open the door, which was a quite common occurrence. That's our final slide for that. I want to say this for the citizens of Hanceville. The citizens of Hanceville deserve equal protection under the law. They deserve to have a safe community just like everyone else in this county. I have been in touch with Hanceville officials this week. Mayor Sawyer.
Boy, he's sweating. He's sweating. I understand when you're on the spot like this, you're sweating. But wait for the lies here. We have less than 2 minutes left, and there's going to be tons of lies, and then we're all going to connect here.
And the council have pledged their full cooperation throughout this process. This morning, Hanceville Municipal Judge Heath Maherg entered an order calling for an audit of the evidence room, and he is joining me in asking state officials to conduct that audit.
Okay, wait, here it comes. Here comes this guy. He's just sighing and sucking. You know, I mean, we're just laid out here.
With these indictments, these officers find themselves on the opposite end of the laws they were sworn to uphold.
They all are doing it. This is a microcosm of all of them.
Wearing a badge is a privilege and an honor.
No, it's not. It is not, bro. I'm sorry. The lies are going to get deep for the next, we're at 3:24. From 3:24 to 5 minutes, these next 90 seconds, the lies just stack up and stack up and stack up. And here's the first one right here.
They were sworn to uphold. Wearing a badge is a privilege and an honor.
It's not. It's really not. Most of us see you as scum. I mean, and that's the majority of Americans. We don't trust you. We don't like you. We don't want you in our business.
And that most law enforcement officers take seriously.
No, they don't. Most law enforcement officers, they care about their pension, their pay, and overtime. That's it. They don't want to get sued. They want to get through it.
A badge is not a license to corrupt the administration of justice.
Well, the Knapp Commission, the Mullen Commission, and the Wickersham Commission would all disagree with your statement.
And when law enforcement officers abuse their power, they do damage to the public's trust in law enforcement.
Finally, the truth, but it's across the board, bro. It's not just one or two.
Our law enforcement officers in this county put their lives on the line every day to protect the citizens. And those officers who would break the law.
They put their lives on the line to protect the citizens. No, they don't. They put their lives on the line for their own money and their own paycheck for them. Remember what the police motto is. The police motto is whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. That's what the police motto is. It is not at all, we're here to put our lives on the line. It's officer safety first. We saw that with Uvalde, plain as day.
Diminish the sacrifices of the overwhelming majority of officers who protect and serve.
And how many times do we got to hear that? The overwhelming majority of officers protect and serve. And the next one gets even worse. And then we're going to get off this video and we're going to have a chat.
And when law enforcement officers do not meet the standard that they should, they will be held accountable.
Hardly ever. Hardly ever. They're hardly ever held accountable, especially properly. Hardly ever.
Now, we will allow some time for questions. I'm not going to discuss the facts of these cases. I will answer any general questions to the extent possible, but first I will defer to Sheriff Gentry.
Thank you, DA.
Okay, here comes the real. You want a bullshit sandwich? Are you ready for your bullshit sandwich? Get ready to take a bite of your bullshit sandwich. This guy right here is so full of garbage.
You know, there's nothing more important to us in law enforcement than good, honest law enforcement.
Put a one in the chat if that's an outright lie. There's nothing more important in law enforcement than towing the thin blue line. That's the fact. That's the fact. And Ryut Serious Audits will tell you. Chevy will tell you. Derek Hates Pigs will tell you. The most important thing Brick Jonesy will let you know is that the most important thing in law enforcement is towing the thin blue line.
When we have those that do wrong, it hurts us all.
Right, sure.
The reason I'm standing here today with the district attorney, because I believe in doing what's right.
Oh, you do? Bullshit, bro. You believe in hiding and covering up. How many reports have you lied on? You lying jackboot thug pig.
But I also want to stand up for the law enforcement.
Now, okay, so get this. So get this. This is the part where I became incensed. Welcome everybody to another rendition of Delete Laws. Thank you for coming. Quick shout out to the crowd here. Dakota Wolf, haven't seen you in a while. Aaron Williams, what's going on? Jude, how are you, buddy? Let's OTBO is in the hizzy. What is going on, everybody? Sound off in the chat real quick. Put OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. My name is Chile DeCastro. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I will be hosting this episode of Delete Laws. But this part right here, Overturn Terry versus Ohio is here. Lots of OTVOs in the chat. OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Man, wait till you guys see the presentation I got coming up for you. I cannot wait.
Men and women of the sheriff's office, but I also want to stand up for the law enforcement, men and women.
So he wants to take a moment while they are red-handed caught being dirty, jackboot, thug, pigs. He wants to take a moment to stand up for law enforcement. What a joke. What a joke. You're caught with your hand in the cookie jar and you go, but hold on a minute. It's not all of us with our hand in the cookie jar. Bro, it is. Tower Time will tell you. Tower Time will tell you. He's been around long enough. He knows. How many videos have you seen on this channel, Tower Time?
The sheriff's office, men and women of the police department here in Coleman, troopers, and law enforcement across the state of Alabama for the 99%.
99%!
That do what is right.
99%. What's your percentage of those that do right? What's your percentage? Put it in the chat right now. What is your AMG Stealth? It's all of them, says AMG Stealth. Put it in the chat. Jody Shello, put it in the chat. What is the percentage that do right? What is the percentage that do right? How many of them, when they had what you saw in this tiny little podunk pig shack, that when they had just 5-6 officers in the whole shack, they're all going to jail. They're all getting busted. And you know why? Only the reason why is because someone died. If that person didn't die, then there's no investigation. There's nothing. Secret Agent is in the room, everybody. Good to see you, Secret. I know who Secret Agent is. They changed their handle. I talked to Secret Agent on the phone. I know who it is. Everybody can relax. Secret Agent is a big-time member of Team DLZ, but they changed their okay. We don't stop.
The men and women of the police department for the law enforcement doing what's right. But I also want to stand up for the law enforcement, men and women of the sheriff's office, men and women of the police department here in Coleman, troopers, and law enforcement across the state of Alabama for the 99% that do what is right.
Okay, now let me say something, because I went to jail. I was in a dungeon where they had absolute power over me. Brandy Swaney in the chat. What's up, Playboy? I was in the dungeon where they had absolute control over me. And 90% of them were total pigs in that jail. It was horrible for me. It was a horrible experience. but there was some good guys in the jail. And that has shifted my perspective to these dirty jackboot thug pigs, that there's got to be one or two good ones, like Detective Matt Thornton on YouTube. He's never put a single person in handcuffs in his entire career being a copper. So are there some good coppers? Oh, God. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. There was a couple good guys in jail. And if you guys are watching my videos, I'm sorry I haven't been live lately, but to the good guys in that Clark County Detention Center, thank you for being kind to me and looking out for me. I appreciate it. Now, maybe they're not kind and good to everybody, but they were kind and good to me. And I appreciate what you guys did for me when I was in that dungeon. We proceed.
We always hear there's the 1%. Well,
No, we don't always hear there's 1%. We hear that most of you guys suck.
today you're seeing the 1%.
No, we're not seeing the 1%, bro. I believe it's more than 80, 90% that are just PI, double GIE.
But we always have to stand up for what's right. And those men and women that go out every day to make a sacrifice, that we're protected.
Okay, just stop the lies, brother. Stop the lies. You are not sacrificing shit. You're being paid very well for whatever state you live in. You're in the upper middle class bracket at least, if not in the lower upper class bracket socioeconomically. And you're not sacrificing anything. You're being paid to perform a service for the people. Stop your fucking lies, bro. Stop your lies. You're not doing a service, all this first responder crap. Bro, very few times do people see cops and go, oh my God, thank God they're here. Ask Warren Sapp. He'll tell you about it. It's just the lies of this guy. I had to.
The other issue I want to address is
the other issue of the dead person and the fentanyl and the drug room that you gave all the piggies there access to. The other issue, you mean the dead person?
once I knew the grand jury's findings and the report, myself and members of the command staff started meeting to assure the citizens of Hanceville one thing: safety. And I want to speak to those citizens. I know right now that you're going through a range of emotions, from anger, hurt, all of the things that we feel when our trust has been betrayed, fear. But I can assure you, members of the sheriff's office here in Coleman County, we have already met. I have spoken to members of Hanceville, the mayor and the council. We will do what is necessary to protect our citizens in Hanceville, because they're not just citizens of Hanceville, they're citizens of Coleman County. And as sheriff, we protect all citizens of Coleman County. That's what I've been doing for the last 25 and a half years. And that's what I'll continue to do. Days like this come and go, but good law enforcement will stand the test of time.
I mean, do you guys see the psyops here? Sevenfold, what's going on, my friend? Do you guys see the psyops going on here? They get caught being the corrupted, disgusting, no oversight organization that they are. And then he takes the opportunity to pump up how good 99% of the coppers are. If you believe that lie is true, ask the blind man. He saw it too. What a load of shit on a stick. You are a jackboot thug pig, bro. And the reason why he's a jackboot thug pig is because he is the representation of the lie. He is the liar. He is the fraud right there. That guy right there. Him right there.
You have reached the Coleman County Law Enforcement Center. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Press 1 to reach dispatch, press 2 to reach the jail, press 3 to reach sex offender registration and civil process. Thank you.
Which one was it? Which one do you think it was? Let's call. Let's see if we can get this guy on the phone. I want to have a conversation with him. I want to ask him.
Booking, this is Cindy.
Oh, hell, Cindy, I got the wrong one. I was trying to get a hold of the police department, the sheriff's department over there. Is there a way you could transfer me?
Well, if you, hold on.
All righty. I'll hold right on for you, Cindy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. I got some hold music going on over there. Alabama, it figures, of course it does. Right on, Sacramento community. If you go live, man, we'll go over and check out your stream.
You still there?
Oh, of course I'm still here, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to dispatch.
All righty then. Love you, Sacramento Community Cop Watch, man. I miss you guys, but I'm so busy. I'm going to show you a couple things on the board that we created today. It's hold music. Now it's hold again. Sammy. Yellow. Dispatch, how you doing? My name's JD. I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded on a record, but I was just calling to see if I could talk to the sheriff or the lieutenant sheriff or the deputy sheriff or the major or the captain or the whatever acronym they have, the highest ranking one I could possibly talk to as a member of the public.
Okay, well, sheriff is not available today, but I can get someone in contact with you. What do you need to speak to him about?
Well, you know, I'm a journalist and I got some journalistic questions, so I just wanted to go ahead and ask him some questions. Does he need to give me a call back, or do I need to sit on hold for a little while longer?
What type of question?
Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Is there a filter here between the government and the people? Is that what's going on here? I'm just trying to ask some questions to someone who's an actual police officer. And ma'am, let me tell you, I appreciate you. I will not be mean or disrespectful to you at all whatsoever. But I would like to speak to someone in charge over there right now.
Okay, if you would like to speak to someone in charge, I need to know why you need to speak to someone in charge. You do not need to give me details, but you do need to give me a topic.
All right. The public interest in the sheriff's department there. That's a gigantic public interest is what I was talking about. Because right now there's thousands and thousands of people who want some information from that sheriff's department.
And are you trying to reach Texas right now?
No, Alabama. This is Alabama, right?
You need to look it up again because this is Texas.
Oh, well, son of a bitch. I didn't mean to call Texas. God bless America. Boy, did I this up. I'm so sorry. Can I give you a call back another time? Maybe we could talk a little bit more.
Only if you need something with Coleman, Texas.
Later, baby. It says Coleman. What the flock? What the flock? What was this one? What was the name of this police? What was the name of this pig shack right here?
And I'm pleased to be standing here with the district attorney and all of those that do what is right.
Oh, God.
So, the majority of officers who protect and serve.
Do you notice the theme here? Do you notice the theme? The majority of police officers, I mean, he's saying it, and then I fast forward 5 minutes, and the sheriff is saying it. It's always the same thing. It's always the same. They shit all over the sidewalk, and then they go, but we don't all shit on the sidewalk. My dog shits on the sidewalk. But yet these guys who we pay $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, they take a shit on the sidewalk, and then they come out and go, but not all of the coppers do it. Not all of us. Not all of us. Ripple effect is in the hizzy. What's going on, Playboy? What's going on, Ripple effect? What is going on, Playboy? Flock me running. Flock me running. Let me just take a look real quick and see what this is. This is Hanceville Police Department. What is this?
And when law enforcement officers do not meet the standard, the fact possible, I will defer to Sheriff Gentry.
Sheriff Gentry?
General questions to the extent possible, but first I will defer to held accountable. Now,
If someone could get me the number to the sheriff's department, if you would, real quick, give me the number to the sheriff's department. I'm going to give him a call over there. Let me just say something. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs is in the hizzy. What's going on? Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs, everybody. And we got Jody in the room. What is going on? Grateful Dabs. What is going on, Playboy? What is going on? We're not all tyrants, of course. They're not all tyrants, and I'll give them that. I do give it. It's not 100%. It's pretty close though. It's pretty close to people who sign up that only care about themselves, that only care about their pay, their overtime, their pension. You know, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Alan Hubbs is in the hizzy. You want to see a true freedom fighter? You want to see someone who records cops, takes them on in their face, lets them know, I'm watching you, dirty JBTP. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. Bo Carlson. Bull gang cops, all I don't know what you said there, brother. I don't know what you said, but someone give me the phone number to the sheriff's department if you would, please. Now I'm going to show you the video, the original reason why I went live, because I'm busy building the wall to teach the board game. I'm going to tell you something. None of you are going to be disappointed. I know I haven't been live in weeks, right? I come live like once a week in the past 3 weeks at the most. None of you are going to be disappointed with the board game that I've created. None of you. You're all going to be like, fucking A, man. I knew I believed in this guy for a reason. And I'm not knocking on my own door here. I'm just saying, none of you are going to be disappointed. The board game that I created and the auditor pack for activists, every single case that the activist should know off the top of his head like that auditor pack is going to be unbelievable. You'll see. I promise you, I'm not going to let you down. You're not going to be disappointed. Not one single bit. This is the video, the reason why I went live today. I saw this last night.
May I help you?
I was so mad. Now listen, not everything is racist. You guys know that. But we all know that the laws in this country were created for black people. If you're white and you are being persecuted and prosecuted and perpetrated and stalked and harassed and reasonably suspicioned, then 90% of the time, the way the cop is harassing you is through a Supreme Court case or circuit court case where the cops were given all of our rights because it was a black guy that had the case. I swear to God. Pennsylvania versus Mims. You got to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. Where does that come from? Where's it come from? Pennsylvania versus Mims. Harry Mims was a black guy. And when his case came to the Supreme Court after John Terry versus Ohio, took his case to the Supreme Court, John Terry was a black guy. You got to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. Arizona versus Johnson. He was a black guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you the truth, but I'm going to keep on doing it no matter what. This video is going to make your blood boil because it doesn't matter what color this guy's skin is. This could be you. This could be you. And I'm going to give you the case breakdown after this because I've been doing nothing but studying case law. Why I haven't seen you guys.
Because I want to see if you lost anything.
What?
I want to see if you lost anything. You okay?
I want to see that for.
Because I had got a couple calls says you was wandering around here.
And I can't wander.
Yes, you can.
It's a crime for wandering.
I never said it. You're saying it's a crime for wandering.
So what's the problem?
Well, people are concerned that you here.
What people is concerned, what that got to do with me? It's a problem.
Yes, it might be a problem. People are concerned about you. They want to know
about these people.
Okay, but they want to know why you're in the neighborhood.
Why they don't need to know why I'm in the neighborhood. I'm in the neighborhood. I feel like I'm being in the neighborhood.
So you just feel like being in the neighborhood?
I just feel like being in the neighborhood.
So you just feel like, wandering.
I just feel like walking through the neighborhood. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Like, okay,
I can't walk through black. You black like
I know
me.
I'm gonna walk with you.
So
we gonna walk. We walking together, right?
I can't walk with you.
I didn't say you can't walk.
Why you harassing me, bro?
How harassing you?
Because you walk. I don't even know you first and foremost. Mm-hmm. And you just hopped out of your car asking me why am I walking through. I'm on camera, bro. The whole time I've been out here, I'm on camera.
You on camera too?
Walking through the fucking neighborhood. So what's the problem?
I'm walking with you.
You don't gotta walk with me.
Yes, I do.
Why?
I walk. Why? You said we just walking, right?
I'm just walking.
And I'm walking too.
Why I can't walk by myself? What's the problem?
Can I ask you what's the people?
Because I feel like it,
and I feel like walking with you.
You can't. So
How can I walk with you?
Back in your truck, bro.
No,
You black, bro. You know what's going on. These on some bullshit from people. Give a down without.
Listen, it's not cool calling white people crackers, dude. It's not cool. That's why they blanked the word. I don't like racism any which way you slice it. I don't like black people calling white people crackers.
Like a robber because I'm black. I like a robber because I'm black. Now I'm being harassed.
No, that's true. That's true. The people in these houses did call the cops on you because you are black, bro. If you've been white in this tank top, they probably wouldn't have called the cops on you. I hate to say it. Well, maybe.
Okay, because
you f***ing up my day. Your supervisor told you got to work. That's why you're doing what you're doing. And you're not even doing it because that's what you want to do. Because you're supervisor. And I'm in a rich neighborhood.
Because my supervisor know people all about you.
I'm rich.
And that's fine.
I live in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So why are you following me?
You live in the neighborhood. What's your name then?
It doesn't matter. I don't have to tell you my name.
Okay, now come on. We can stand here and just look at each other.
What you mean? I don't want you walking with me. You harassing me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I don't want you walking with me.
And if people don't want you,
I didn't do nothing wrong. What the f is the problem?
Because I'm trying to figure out why are you for one thing?
Because
why are you so
I want to.
Okay, now I can walk.
You don't have to walk with me though. You don't gotta walk with me. I want to walk in the neighborhood.
You said I don't have to, but I
because I feel like.
And I feel like walking with you. Because you want to curse, I can curse too.
That's harassing.
Nah, it's harassing with you. I tell this guy just walk with harassing.
Do, bro.
I am doing what I'm doing.
Thank you.
I'm doing what I'm doing,
bro. You ain't gotta follow me. Why is you following me though?
I'm doing what I'm doing. You just said I don't have to, but I can. That's two different things like you.
Serious?
You don't have to, but you can, right?
I don't listen, I'm committing a crime.
And they say you commit a crime. You're saying
why
that.
Why are you following me?
What you mean why I follow you?
Why are you following me?
I said I can walk with you. I can walk. I can walk too.
Tell you can't walk with me.
Okay, fine. I just walk beside you. I just won't be with you, huh?
Yo, you harassing me, bro.
Now I'm harassing you.
Getting harassed by a black cop in a white neighborhood.
Trying to figure out why are you here?
Because I fucking want to be here.
And I can walk with you, Kai. I want to be here. Yeah, I can. I can. Yes, I can.
Bitch, no the you can't. No the you can't walk with me because you fucking want to walk with me. I know my fucking rights. Call your fucking supervisor.
Okay, I will call him. I'll call him. No.
What you talking about?
Or
talking about
8236, 8235. You know, Cottonwood and Walnut Circle.
13 County, I'm close. Be there about 5.
My me a house, you gonna buy my daughter.
You want to speak to my supervisor?
You harassing me.
You say you want to speak to my supervisor?
Harassing me.
My supervisor's on this way too.
You harassing me, pussy. I've been fucking cameraed up since I came in this fucking neighborhood. Get off your camera. Get off my dick.
Okay.
Get off my dick, man.
Okay.
What the f you following me for? Because I'm in this neighborhood. Got it. Do what I want to do. My morning up.
It's afternoon now, sir.
Suck my dick. My day up. So stop following me, bro.
I'm letting my supervisor come. You say speak to my supervisor.
So go to your truck.
I don't know how to go to my truck.
I'm not valid. I'm not on nobody.
You're totally right. I agree with you.
Is you following me?
You asked my supervisor.
Why?
You asked my supervisor.
No, I didn't. Bye.
Yes, you did.
Bye.
Record your camera.
Bye.
No.
Bye.
Okay, so let's get into the law a little bit. We're going to come right back here. The 1979 case of Brown versus Texas. And this is exactly the same. On December 9th, 1977, El Paso coppers were cruising in a patrol car, observed Zachary Brown, another man, leaving an alley in opposite directions. The alley was an area known for high incidents of chemical trafficking. The officers believed the situation was suspicious, so they Terry stopped him. This case is based on Terry, of course. Brown for questioning. They asked Brown to identify himself, and he refused, asserted that they had no cause to stop him. When the officers frisked him, they did not find any chemicals or any other suspicious material on Brown. Regardless, he was arrested for a violation of the Texas statute, which made it illegal for a person to refuse to identify himself when police officers lawfully request it. Brown was taken into county jail, where he did identify himself and was charged with the violation. Brown was convicted in municipal court and fined. He then exercised his right to a trial in the county court and moved for dismissal on the grounds that the Texas statute was unconstitutional under the First, Fourth, Fifth, and 14th Amendment. The motion was denied, and he was convicted for not giving his identification. When the police detain someone because the person refused to identify himself, does it constitute a seizure? subject to the restriction of the Fourth Amendment. And a unanimous decision, yes, it does. Chief Justice Warren Burger, who is one of the biggest pieces of shit in U.S. history, delivered the unanimous opinion that the court held that the Fourth Amendment covers all police seizures, even those as brief, preventing a person from walking away. So now we're going to get into this in great detail later, but for now, I just want to show you the law here. The Fourth Amendment requires that such seizures be based on specific and objective facts that create a compelling public interest in the seizure that outweighs the individual's expectation of privacy. In this case, the court held that the police officers lacked any reasonable suspicion based on objective facts to allow them to detain Brown and question him. Since the seizure was not lawful, the Texas statute requiring Brown to identify himself did not apply. Every single auditor, activist in America, you as a person, when the cops come up and say, hey, I want your ID, you're suspicious, you should be able to recite Brown versus Texas, 1979, and say, I'm sorry, I don't got to give ID. Brown versus Texas, 1979. Straight up says I don't have to give ID without probable cause.
May I help you?
What you mean, how may you help me? Up since I came in this neighborhood. Get off your camera. Get off my dick.
Okay.
Get off my dick.
I have to go to my
Stop
truck.
following me. You don't got to follow me. That's harassment.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. What's going on, boss?
Okay, so as you know, he's got his mask on. Every time another cop comes on the scene, they're going to escalate it and they're going to try to arrest you.
I don't know actual cop.
Come on over here.
I
Talk
don't
with
gotta
me.
go nowhere.
Talk with me.
I don't gotta go talk with
Okay.
nobody. I'm talking to you right here.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't know. Ask this.
I'm asking you.
I'm
What's going
asking
on?
this.
I'm asking you.
Ask this.
We got a call.
I don't know about your call.
Of a
What's
suspicious
suspicious?
person?
What's suspicious
That's
person?
it. They
A
said
black
that-
person?
No, they
A
said they
black
were
dude?
taking
A
photos.
black?
Photos.
Yes.
I'm taking
Yes.
photos. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'm
Yes.
video because I fucking feel like it.
Because
This is where he's correct. I'm sorry, but this is where he's correct. Because if he was white in this neighborhood, the chances of the cops being called on him, but he looks like he's from the urban area of the town. He looks like he looks like he's black. That's it. That's the whole thing he's done wrong here.
I feel like
All right.
it.
Can I get your ID, please?
No, you cannot.
Right there, you recite Brown versus Texas, 1979, says I do not have to give ID without probable cause. What's your probable cause, officer?
Why do you want my? I ain't commit no crime.
I'm not saying that you did.
All
but I
right,
still
so
need
you
to
don't need
identify who
my
you are.
ID.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't. I'm not
Yes, I
committing
do.
no crime.
Yes, I do.
Got it. You know my fucking rights.
Yeah, I'll need your ID.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Man,
You're
I
not
ain't do
leaving.
shit.
Stay right
What you
here.
mean I ain't leaving?
You're not leaving.
Why? I ain't do
Because
nothing.
I still need to
I didn't
identify
do
you.
nothing. I didn't do nothing.
I don't care.
I didn't do
I still need
nothing.
to say who you
I didn't
are.
do nothing. Why you got your hand on your gun? I'm unarmed. There's two of
I'm
y'all.
standing right
Why
here.
the fuck you
I'm
got your
standing
hand on
right
your
here.
gun?
I don't.
I'm unarmed.
It's on
I'm
top.
unarmed.
You see the
All I'm
safety on?
doing is walking.
All right.
You want to buy my daughter one of these houses? Do you want to buy my daughter one of these fucking houses? Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
I'm
do,
just trying to
pussy.
figure out who you
Yes,
are.
you do. You don't need to know who I am.
All right,
I ain't
do me a
committing no
favor. Turn
crime.
around.
My name Daryl Baker.
Okay, Daryl Baker.
What's up?
What's your date of birth?
The fuck is you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything. I'm right here, man.
Got my
I'm
face.
right
County
here.
does.
Stop moving.
Why is you?
Stop moving.
Listen, I don't gotta stop moving.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why is you
I'm
detaining
telling
me?
you,
For what?
Stop.
For what?
Stop.
For what?
Stop.
For what? Man, don't touch me no more, bro. For what? I don't gotta stop moving.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. What crime did I commit?
I'm not saying you committed.
All right, so why am I stopping? Why am I detained? All I'm doing is walking through the fucking neighborhood.
Okay.
All I'm doing is walking
That's
through
fine.
the fucking neighborhood.
That's fine.
That's it.
Now I just need to make sure that you're clear.
Listen, man.
All
I
right?
don't need listen, man. Get the fuck out of my face. That's
Did
you.
you
Man.
know?
You get the fuck out of my face.
I'm not getting out of your face. I'm right here, my man.
Out of my face.
But Mr. Baker,
Listen, man. Why is y'all harassing me?
Mr. Baker, he told you why he called. Why we
Hey, I don't
talking.
care. That don't got nothing to do with me.
Yes,
I
it do,
can't
Mr.
walk through a
Baker.
fucking neighborhood.
Baker, he
I
told you.
can't walk through a fucking neighborhood.
You always walk through
That's all I'm doing. I'm not driving. I'm walking
Okay.
through a fucking neighborhood.
So then, what's the problem with telling us who you
Run
are?
your fucking name.
What's the
I
problem
do
with
the
telling us?
fuck I want to do.
Okay.
I'm a free man. I do what the fuck I want to do.
Understand that?
And I ain't fucking scared of you.
Okay.
All going to
Okay, so listen, here's the thing, all right? You don't want to lose your cool and start screaming. Unless you want to go to jail, because these dirty jackboot thug pigs might cuff you up and take you to the dungeon because they're going to say that you're out of control. They came up on you based on a call for service, And then when they pulled up on you, you started to lose your mind. He started screaming and yelling and acting a fool. Now, can you win the case? Sure. You can beat the rap, but not the ride you're going to take. You're going to be torture cuffed. You could be strip searched. You're going to be booked. You're going to be locked in a dungeon. You want to keep your cool. You don't want to lose your cool like this guy's doing right here. You want to keep your motherfucking cool. Keep your cool. Don't lose your cool. Remember, don't lose your cool. Hey, don't lose your cool. Do not lose your cool. Steve Conkler knows this.
Yeah. So get the fuck out of my face.
No, I'm not gonna get out of your face.
Run the fucking name. Because you a dickhead ass white boy. That's what you want to be.
That's fine. You think how you want to.
You a dickhead ass white boy. That's what you want. Can I get some space?
No, you can't.
Man, you better get the fuck. Yo.
Whoa, hands
run
on.
My name, don't touch me.
Hands on right there. Do you see that? He's done nothing wrong. He's just trying to leave. And this piece of garbage cop.
Space?
No, you can't.
Man, you better get the fuck.
How you want to.
You a dickhead ass white boy. That's what you want.
Now, look at the attitude on this guy's face. And this guy's racist, bro. You got to listen. White people will stand up for you if you don't call us crackers. You know what I'm saying? I'm still standing up for you, but you don't get to slur racial slurs at me and call us crackers and judge all white people because we're not all the same. Just like all black people are not the same. Just like there's some good cops. Sadly, we have to admit that there are some good men and women who sign up to be cops. Now, policy, procedure, and protocol could make them evil, but they sign up to be good.
But can I get some space?
No, you can't.
Man, you better get the
Stop.
fuck. Yo.
Stop.
Yo, run my name, don't touch me. Run my name, don't touch me. Why is you about to touch me? Why is he about to touch me? What you want to do? Shoot me?
No, I don't.
That's what you want to do? See? That's what you want to do?
I just want to know why.
That's what you want to do?
Now, the judge is going to say that he was taking a fighting stance. The judge is going to be against you.
Because I fucking feel like it. Okay. Because I fucking feel like it.
Okay.
Because I fucking feel like it.
All right.
That's why the fuck I'm here.
Okay.
What's cracking?
Nothing's cracking, my man.
So why the fuck is you in my face?
I'm not in your
Run
face.
the fucking name and keep it moving.
I need to make sure that
Run
you're
the
good.
fucking name and get in that car.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Run my name and get in your fucking car.
I'm gonna wait for another officer to get
Run
in
your
car.
name and get in your fucking car.
You're not gonna dictate what I do. All right.
Yo, man.
Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker.
Yo, I'm trying to keep it moving like I've been doing.
Stop.
Why are you
Stop.
touching
Mr.
me, bro?
Stop.
Why are you touching me?
Stop moving.
Dude,
Why is he touching me?
Dude.
Why are you
Stop.
look?
Mr. Baker.
Why is he
Stop.
touching me?
Mr. Baker.
Dude.
Stop touching me.
Stop moving.
His name.
Dude.
See his name?
Stop moving.
See his name?
All right.
See this fucking name?
Stop moving.
Why are you touching me?
Stop moving.
Why are you touching me, bro?
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm 100% with you. You can be an asshole, and I'll still stand up for you. Now, but let's just put it the other way. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. If I was saying Enna this and Enna that, yo, my Enna, what's going? Yo, Enna, get out of my face, Enna. I'm just walking through this Enna neighborhood, and that's why they're treating me this way. Just put it the other way around. Now, you may still support me from the police arresting me, but I don't think the black people in that community, if I go walking through the neighborhood and I start saying, yo, these Ennas here are all crazy. These Ennas called the cops on me because I'm walking through here. Put it the other way, dude. Now, am I still going to stand up for this injustice? 100%. Is him calling white people a cracker? Is that appropriate? It's not. We have to come together. We can't come together if we're calling each other racial slurs, right or wrong. I'm still showing his video. I'm still producing this out for thousands of people to see it. And now that I've shown it, other auditors will see that I covered it and they'll go, man, where is that video? And I send it right over to them because it's about us. So I'm just saying, Jungle is massive, I think, is in the room.
Stop.
I don't gotta stop moving. I'm not detained. Am I detained?
Right now you are being detained.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Run my fucking name.
You need to calm down.
I'm not being detained.
Yes, you are being detained right now.
Run my name.
I'll run it when I get another officer here.
So he's willing to give his name and date of birth, and they're still look at that. Look how hard he's pushing into his skin. Look at that. That's not right.
Oh man, you just harassing me because I'm walking through your fucking community. I'm from New York. I'm an independent fucking contractor. Get the fuck off of me. Get the fuck off of me.
Stop.
Stop touching me. Run the fucking name and get the fuck out of my face. Period. All I did was go for a fucking walk. It's my fucking day off.
You said you're from New York?
I don't give a fuck. Go, get the fuck out of my face.
Now remember, the judge is going to be on the cop's side, so if you're flexing and popping like this, you want to keep your cool.
Stop moving.
Yo,
Listen, I've already told you.
Yo, run my name.
Stop moving.
So what you gonna do?
What do you mean?
What you gonna do?
What do you mean?
What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
Listen, I need to make sure.
What the run the name?
I'm not gonna run until I get another officer here.
Yo,
like I said, you're not gonna dictate.
I'm not detained, homie.
Yes,
I'm not a criminal.
I didn't
How
say
you detaining that's not doing a crime?
I didn't say.
How you detaining somebody that's not doing a crime? How you detaining me because I'm walking through the neighborhood? How you detaining me because I'm walking through the neighborhood?
Stop.
We're at 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Let's get into the law. So Hiibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. We've gone over this case. It's on the trifold. Lots of you guys know the case. And what have I told you? Without reasonable articulable suspicion, you don't have to give your name. So question, did Hiibel's arrest and conviction for not telling cops his name violate his Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate himself and his Fourth Amendment right to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures? Now, I want you guys to notice something. The way this is set up is the conservatives are on the right and the liberals are on the left, so-called. And let me just tell you something. Over the next several weeks, as I teach constitutional law scholar, you're going to see that it's always these guys over here on the right, 95% of the time, who screw us on our rights. So, no, in a 5-4 opinion, because of the conservatives, the court ruled that the search did not violate the Fourth Amendment because it's based on reasonable suspicion. The police officer was investigating the assault and Hiibel was near and involved, and only a minimal intrusion is asking his name. Okay, now we go back to the case we're watching right here. He gave his name. The cops don't have reasonable articulable suspicion, so he doesn't have to give his name. Hiibel does not count if you don't have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime that you can articulate on the spot. They don't. But even though Hiibel isn't in effect right here, these dirty JBTPs, they still insist on getting his name, which to me is... This is unconstitutional. This is an unconstitutional arrest because, oh yeah, just wait. They are going to put him in torture camps and drag him off to a dungeon.
Because I see you lost. Stop.
All units are
Talking about why am I here? I'm here because I feel like it. I'm here because I feel like it.
Stop moving. I'm telling you to stop.
What you gonna do?
Right
you
now,
gonna arrest me?
You're gonna be.
You gonna arrest
You're
me?
gonna get arrested for
You gonna arrest? I don't give a.
Okay.
You illegally detaining me. You illegally detaining me. Man, run my name.
Listen, Mr. Baker.
Run my name.
Mr. Baker.
Why your hand on your gun? I'm unarmed. Your hand is on a fucking weapon.
It's on top
Why?
It's on top of my
I'm unarmed. You can't take me
I'm not saying that.
without your gun.
Stop.
An unarmed black man. An unarmed black man. You gonna buy me a house. That's what the fuck I'm looking for. A house. And
Claudette had it exactly correct right there. If you are a non-driver and you are walking down the street and the cops walk up to you, Claudette got it exactly correct. Thank you, Claudette. You pull out your Fifth Amendment cop card that you got from Delete Laws. You flip it over. You go to number 1, start filming. Number 2, invoke my First Amendment right and my Fifth Amendment right. Number 3, am I being detained or am I free to go? It's on your Fifth Amendment cop card that you get on deletelaws.com. Put a 1 in the chat if you got a pair of these cop cards. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you have a pair of these cop cards. I'm giving them out like hotcakes right now. Like it's unbelievable. But this dirty pig.
you gonna buy it. You gonna buy it. You gonna buy it. Y'all see me looking at houses.
See, the judges is going to be on the cop side.
Recording, looking at houses. That's what the fuck I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Look at the cop sock up here in the right-hand side. It says Blue Watch.
Pointing,
that's what I'm doing. I'm pointing my finger. It's a finger. You gonna shoot me?
I'm gonna say it was.
You gonna shoot me?
I mean, he does have a right to be upset, but you can't lose your cool because the judge is going to be against you.
My gun out?
Is you gonna shoot me?
Is my gun out?
Shoot me.
Is my gun out?
Shoot me. Shoot. Shoot. You fucking racist devil. You gonna have my kids living like this. Shoot. Shoot.
Clearly, I can't talk to you.
Shoot.
You're in a little
Shoot.
agitated state.
He has every right to be animated. You're screwing him over. Gloria will tell you. What's up, Gloria? Tell him. He has every right to be mad.
Big ass harassing me. I'm walking through the neighborhood because I fucking feel like it.
And you're agitated.
Because I fucking feel like it.
Okay.
With a big ass dick.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
Walking through the neighborhood with a big ass dick. And I'm from New York. Okay. I'm not from Chicago. I'm an independent contractor. Okay. I'm here for work.
Okay.
All I do is remodel Walmarts. I remodel every Walmart in the fucking city.
That's giving me more information.
So what's up? Run your fucking name and get in your fucking cruiser. Go find a real criminal and get off my big ass black dick. Cause these racist ass calling police. Cause I'm black walking through the neighborhood in the middle of the street. I'm black walking in the middle of the street.
Okay. So you know why we're here?
I don't give a cause I'm black.
And no.
Yes. Why I'm here? Why you here?
We got a call.
Why you here? You got a call for what?
Suspicious person.
Suspicious doing what?
Taking pictures of houses.
So what? That's illegal?
That's not suspicious.
So what the fuck is the suspicion?
The suspicion?
What's the suspicion?
It's a person suspicion.
It's a person. What does that mean?
A person.
A person. What does that mean?
They're suspicious of somebody that's
I'm doing what?
That they don't recognize.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
So what? It's a free fucking country.
Okay.
What's my name, man? I'm tired of talking to you.
Okay. You're not talking. You're yelling.
This nigga's following me.
Do me a favor. Keep your hands out your
I don't
pockets.
got nothing in my. I don't got to do nothing. You gonna shoot me? Shoot me. You gonna shoot me? Shoot me. My hands in my pocket. You ever heard of walking through the neighborhood black? You ever heard driving while black? I'm walking while black. I'm walking while black. I'm walking while black. Why is your black ass on the field? I'm walking while black. Black ass. I'm walking while black.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm walking while black. Why am I being detained? Why is these harassing me?
Okay, he shouldn't be detained. We're at 13 minutes on this video, but let's get into the law. California versus Byers right here was a case of the Supreme Court decided that providing personal information on the scene of an accident does not infringe on someone's Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Jonathan Byers proceeded with the writ of prohibition to restrain the Justice Court from proceeding further on a complaint of a violation of his hit-and-run statute. But then when we get into the opinion here, it's going to state that it is not a violation of your Fifth Amendment to give your name when you're in an accident. So let me explain something clearly so you truly understand. California versus Byers creates what's called jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is when one case will hinge on another case to exist so that it can exist. California versus Byers is the jurisprudence of Hiibel versus Judicial 6th District of Nevada, 2004. This case says that if you get into a car accident and the police show up on the scene, that for you to give your name and your information is not a violation of your Fifth Amendment right. And what is your information? Your name and your date of birth. During a car accident, now the dirty Supreme Court, the unelected black robe tyrants that don't work for us at all whatsoever, they then use California versus Byers to create Hiibel versus 6th District Nevada judges. And what happens in Hiibel is they say that if there's reasonable articulable suspicion, then you have to give your name. And then that goes even further into Landeros versus United States in 2019, where if you're the passenger in the car, it's unconstitutional for the cop to extend the stop to not get your ID. So you get pulled over with a friend and the friend is sitting there and the cop says to the passenger, hey, I want to see your ID. Without reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, it's unconstitutional to get the name and date of birth of the passenger of the car or identification. But if the cop can say, I have reasonable articulable suspicion that you're the guy who robbed the 7-Eleven because the alarm's going off a half a mile back, then if you don't give your name and your date of birth, you're going to go to jail. And the jurisprudence of that, where you have to give your name in Landeros versus United States 2019, the jurisprudence of that is Hiibel versus 6th District Judicial Court. The jurisprudence of Hiibel is California versus Byers. California versus Byers makes perfect sense. You get in a car accident, you got to give your name. Of course. you have to exchange insurance information. We understand that. But just let me show you how the Supreme Court actually screws us on cases that make common sense, that are supposed to be there for the basic public safety of our society, but then they bastardize it and they figure out a way to make sure they can get your ID. Remember, the cop's reasonable articulable suspicion can be, well, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're in a red car, the streetlights are on, and there's a prison a mile down the road. What does that have to do? How's that reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? Now, if you don't give ID and he gives you those bullshit factors, he could arrest you. And if he arrests you, then you go before the judge and the judge goes, now, if you get a good judge, he's going to say there's no probable cause. But what's the likelihood of you getting a good judge? I'm going to go deep into jurisprudence when we start teaching constitutional law, scholar.
May I help you?
You mean how may you help? I can
Okay.
yell.
All right.
I can mother.
Is that normal behavior?
Is that a crime?
Is that normal behavior?
Is it a crime?
Is it normal behavior?
Is it
for
a
you?
crime?
I just gotta make sure you're
Is
good,
it a
man.
crime?
I'm not saying it's a crime.
Is it a crime?
I'm not saying it's.
No, there's no reason for detainment, but they could say he was disorderly at this point. And this is the comment from Nobody. What would be the basis for detainment at this point? The coppers are going to say that he's disorderly because of his outward behavior here. But they have no probable cause. They have no reasonable articulable suspicion. So if he had kept his cool, then it would have been a lot better for him. I can tell you that right now.
Is it a crime?
I'm not saying it's a crime.
Is it a crime?
I'm not saying it's
Is it a crime?
I'm not saying
Am I committed a crime? Are you charging me with a crime?
I'm not saying
So leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. I didn't do no crime. I'm walking while black through the neighborhood. Leave me alone.
Stop walking.
I don't have to.
Stop walking.
I don't have to. I'm doing what I've been doing, walking, taking pictures.
Mr. Baker.
That's what I'm doing. I'm
Mr.
looking at
Baker.
house. That's what I'm doing.
Mr. Baker.
That's a nice ass house right
When was your
there.
birthday?
That's a nice house.
Mr. Baker.
Damn, this is a nice house too, man. This house is nice too, man. Damn. Forest Green, that's nice.
Mr. Baker.
That's nice too, man. Dick face.
And it's out of New York?
Yes.
All right.
You're not going to take your badge off. You're not going to take your
See
badge
that right there? You can't do that. If you do that, the judge is going to rule against you.
off. You're not going to take that gun off. You're not going to do nothing. Stop putting your fucking hands on me.
They got another copper. He's already got the taser out. They muted it, so we don't get to hear what's being said right here, but they're all circling him like sharks to attack him. It's muted.
Right now you're being
You about to
detained.
shoot?
Everything's fine.
You about to shoot?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
You about to shoot?
I'm not shooting nobody.
So why you got the gun on me?
It's not a gun.
Why am I being detained?
I told you. You're not going to cooperate. This is how we're going to handle this. Absolutely. Let go of the phone. Thank you.
You got a gun on me.
Anybody got no gun on
You
you?
got a gun on me. Fake ass Spanish.
Yeah, okay.
Dick.
I know.
Fake
Walk
ass.
back this way.
Yeah. Why am I got the cuffs on me?
Told you why.
Why?
You're acting erratically.
He's acting
Wild
erratically.
black. Walking wild black. Walking wild black.
He's right there.
Walking. Why am I going in the car for?
Because you want it.
For what?
Because it's more secure area.
For what?
That's why.
Why? You got to tell me. Why am I going in this car?
Because I said safe.
For officer safety.
Dick, I do what the fuck I want to do. I walk through any neighborhood I want to. I drink what the fuck I want to drink. I smoke what the fuck I want to smoke. I ain't on no papers. I ain't on none of your jurisdiction. Eat my dick. What you talking about? Okay, I got 14 years in prison. You gotta give a fuck about whatever you think you could do to me.
Sit down. Sit.
So he is a parolee, or he shouldn't have said that.
He's a racist ass.
That's it.
He's a racist ass.
Right, but now he's going back to the dungeon, and the judge is going to be against him because he's a former felon or a current felon.
You ain't doing shit.
Trying to do my
You ain't
job.
doing shit.
Absolutely.
Go look for a real fucking crime. What am I being arrested
Put your
for?
feet in the car.
What am I being arrested for?
Put your feet in the car.
What am I being arrested for? You doing that fucking authority shit like I.
So here's the deal, just so you understand each other.
Here's the deal. Here's the
You
deal.
just sit here like this.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Just so you,
Here's the deal.
You understand each other. So we understand. Oh, you can sit here like this for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes. Don't give a
Oh, he doesn't care. You can sit, and what is he doing right here, guys? What's he doing? Is this man being tortured? Torture cuffs are always torture. So he's being tortured right now, this guy. And this copper knows it. Every one of the cops know that torture cuffs are always torture. And this cop comes up and says the truth out loud. He says the truth out loud right here. Look at him. Look at his face.
So here's the deal. So
First, here's the deal.
you understand each other. So we understand. You can sit here like this for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes. Don't give a
He doesn't give up. He doesn't care one tiny little bit. He doesn't care. Doesn't care one single bit. Jeff, what's going on, Playboy? What is going on?
really don't. Eventually, what's going to end up happening is they're going to take you in for the charge that they deem appropriate. They're going to let you know what it is, and you'll have a chance to either bond or be I-bond.
37, go ahead.
That's what's happening.
All I was doing was walking through the
I
neighborhood.
understand that.
And they stopped me talking about you're suspicious. Suspicious of what? I'm not supposed to be angry. Suspicious of what?
Cope, doggy dog.
I'm supposed
I'm
to
not
scream.
doing it. I'm not
I'm
screaming.
supposed to ball your fist up at people.
I'm not balling my fist.
Okay.
What? You
I'm
got
not-
that on camera? What? I'm lying. I'm lying to you.
You're talking.
I'm lying to you. I don't give a fuck about lying to you. How about a lie to you? Who is you? Who is you? This is racist. You niggas about to make up a fucking charge and getting shot every day. It's getting shot every day, and you about to make up a charge.
You don't know.
Yeah, they're going to make it
You
up.
don't know me neither.
That's
Oh,
right.
no. We don't got to know you, JBTP. We don't got to. I mean, listen, he's right here.
Shot every. You niggas about to make up a fucking charge and getting shot every day.
Is that right? Let me ask you guys a question. For them to arrest this gentleman, do they have to make up a charge right here? Yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat if they have to make up a charge. If they have to create a charge. He was just walking. 1979, Brown versus Texas says, I don't have to give ID without probable cause or at the minimum reasonable articulable suspicion. And then I don't want to give ID. I only have to give my name and date of birth. But they're making up a charge. They're making up a way to charge him is what they're doing. William Beltrain. What's going on, Playboy? Good to see you, brother.
It's getting shot every day, and you about to make up a charge.
You don't know me. Sit down.
You don't know me neither.
But you
That's
don't.
right.
What,
I don't call you.
So because you talk,
what do you mean you don't know me? This pisses.
make up a fucking charge and getting shot every day. It's getting shot every day, and you about to make up a charge.
You don't know me. Sit down.
You don't know me. Where is this? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where this is? Does anybody know where? I don't know where this happened. Did anybody see any of the? I don't know where this happened at. I don't know where this happened.
You don't know me neither.
That's right. I don't call you.
So because you talking to me like that?
I don't call you.
Because I'm
name,
black.
And I don't.
You think because you think you got more money than me? You don't. You think I got a better job? You don't.
Sit down.
I travel. I've been on mad flights, 200 flights. All I do is travel this country and work.
Okay. Sit down. Put your feet in the car. All I know is that you have disparaged my character from the second that I showed up.
So what are you doing to me? You think I give a fuck about your character?
Yeah,
What are you doing to my
absolutely
character?
care about my
What
character.
about my character? What about my character?
Let's go.
What about my
Copper, you're revealing your character. You're absolutely revealing your character. He has not committed a crime at all whatsoever. There was no reasonable suspicion. There was no probable cause. You're revealing who you are. We do know who you are. Cop is saying we don't know you. That cop is saying that we don't know you. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. You're showing who you are. This is the reason why people hate, dislike, can't stand, won't call, don't trust cops. Right here, you are looking at the reason why people don't like and don't trust cops. You don't know me. You don't know my character. You're revealing it right here on camera. You are showing us that you will arrest this guy, and there's no probable cause. There's no reasonable suspicion. You're going to give him a bullshit charge. I don't agree with his racism. This guy who's screaming out, calling everybody a cracker, but I don't agree with racism. I don't agree with white people screaming out Enna. So it cuts both ways, but that doesn't mean, even if he called him a Nazi, if he called him an Enner, a Hitler, a SPIC, a WOP, if he used any sort of racial slur, He still shouldn't be arrested and go to jail. And he's being arrested. He's in torture cuffs in the back of the car. Jiminy crickets. What a load of shit. There's no reason to arrest him. And granted, he spent 12 years in prison. I don't know how much he read. I read a bunch of books that Plead the Fifth sent me when I was in jail. It's just, my blood's boiling. My blood's boiling. I told you this makes my blood boil.
Character. What about my character? You can stop me for nothing.
Is he not correct? Does someone know the name of this pig shack right here?
I said you've been disparaging my character from the minute I came.
You are disparaging his character. You're disparaging his character, dude. You're the lying pig on the scene.
Oh, yeah. Get him on. Let's go. Okay. You want us to follow, Sarge? Yes, I do. Okay. No problem, Sergeant.
Look at the... Hey, Doge. Elon Musk Doge. Do you want to see a waste of public resources? Let me show you a waste of public resources. Do you want us to follow you, Sarge? Yeah, follow me, man. I got him torture cuffed up. He can't do shit. He's locked up. I mean, he's literally chained up like a slave. But man, I need all you guys to come with me because he is talking and he's upset because he's being wrongfully arrested. So I need everybody to come with me. God, I wish I could help this guy. I really, really do wish I could help this guy. Clown Patrol is here, everybody.
All right. Just let my sergeant know.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Yep. It goes over. Yep. All right.
Load of shit on a stick. That video is going to end. Hang on one second. What did that say right there? Misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, obstructing an officer, pending court case. And this is a cop suck channel. This is a cop suck channel. Cook County Sheriffs. Can anybody figure out where this is? Is this Cook County Sheriffs? You see it right down there on the car? You can see it on the car right there. It says Cook County Sheriffs. If anybody can find out that sheriff's department, we will give a call over there. But my boy, Brick Jonesy sent me the number for that pig shack in Alabama, the sheriff's shack in Alabama. So let's do a favor. Let's give a call over there. If you guys didn't see earlier, I covered a different video.
Coleman County Sheriff's Office.
How you doing, Coleman County Sheriff's Office? I was calling to talk to the lieutenant or the captain or the chief, if I could, please.
I think what's in reference to, so I know which lieutenant or captain to get you to.
Oh, I'm a member of the press. I'm giving a call because we seen a speech that he gave today, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about that speech that he gave.
Okay, hang on one moment.
All righty. Ma'am, now you're not going to send me to an answer machine, are you?
I'm not sure if our Lieutenant Whaley's in his office or not, but I'll get you to him. If you leave my voicemail, he'll give you a call right back.
I don't know about that. God dang it. Who's the officer on duty? Who's the person in charge right now?
He's the one that's in charge of all the media.
Okay, what's his name?
Lieutenant Whaley.
Lieutenant Whaley? W-A-L-E-Y, Lieutenant Whaley, is that right?
Yes.
All righty, I'll talk to Lieutenant Whaley. I don't think he's going to pick up, though, because we call over sometimes to have a conversation with the coppers, and lots of times they find a reason why they just can't get on the phone.
Well, I'll transfer you to him.
All righty. All righty. I'll hold right here for you. Oh, you can't... I got it, secret agent. I'll leave him a voicemail.
Jack Whaley
Is not available
Jack.
to take your call.
All right.
Please leave a message after the tone. Press the pound key to end recording.
Jack, how you doing, partner? My name's JD. I'm a member of the press. I had some questions for you. I'd like to have a conversation if that's all right. If you could give me a call back, I sure would appreciate it. All right, you got that number now? I just rattled it off there on your answer machine. I want to make sure you can give me a call back, all right? So let me just say it one more time for you. Give me a call back. My phone number appreciate a call back if you could, please. That would be absolutely fantastical because we got a lot of questions. We got a lot of questions, Lieutenant Whaley, and I think that you're the man that can answer those questions. I'm looking forward to talking to you, sir. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe out there now. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right. Alrighty then. We don't stop. Put it in the comment section. We don't stop. Let me see it 400 times in the comment section. We don't stop. Now, you guys don't understand. Let me give you a little bit. I'm going to show you some stuff here. All right. I said that I would, and I'm going to. All right. Hold on. There it is right there. This is all I've been working on nonstop. This is all I've been working on right there. That's it. And so let me clear this bad chicken. There we go. This is all I've been working on. So if you take a look at this red line along the bottom, that right there, this line right here, that's the prison graph. And as you can see, right here after Terry versus Ohio in 1968, the prison graph goes absolutely crazy because we lose all of our Fourth Amendment protections right there. So then this up here, this is the lynching graph. This is according to the NAACP, these are lynching numbers, and we're going to get into those. But I just wanted to show a comparison to the prison graph and the lynching graph. You see, as the lynchings are dramatic here, lots, and see the white lynchings, because white people were marrying black people and hiding black people from the KKK, and so they got lynched. This is 1882, 1883. So then when the lynchings start to end over here in 1964, 1965, you have your last lynchings, then the prison industry takes off like a rocket. And why does it do that? Because you can't kill him, so you lynch him. You can't just put him on a rope, and so you arrest him and put him in the dungeon. And that's how the dungeon system was created. If you take a look right here, this is prohibition. And then as it climbs right here, climbs, the lynchings come to an end right here in 1965. Then what happens in 1965? Look at the prison industry. You see how the prison industry takes off like a rocket? Because the lynchings come to an end. So instead of lynching, they start locking up black people in the millions. And then what happens? They start targeting you, Whitey. Is Whitey a racist slur? I hope it's not. But you understand what I'm saying? So now let me show you what I've been doing so that you guys understand why I haven't been live and what I've actually been doing. Obviously, this is the history of case law. I have been memorizing each and every one of these cases to teach them to you. This whole channel is going to change. I know that we review cop videos and I actually go out and audit sometimes, but what I'm going to be doing is teaching you the history of jurisprudence in our country, going all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to teach you each and every one of these cases. Have you ever heard of Oliver versus United States? Have you ever heard of Socolow versus United States? Have you ever heard of that case? You have to understand these cases. So then what we're going to do, let me show you one that really just boils my blood. The 2003 case of Maryland versus Pringle. This case right here ruled police can arrest all vehicle occupants if chemicals are found and no one claims the chemicals. So now what I've done on Constitution headquarters is I've put a bill for you. If you live in Indiana, there's a bill for you to legislate away what the Supreme Court has done to us. I wrote the bill for you on ChatGPT. You take the bill, you get it into your legislature, and we overturn Maryland versus Pringle in Indiana through state legislation. Maryland versus Pringle specifically right here. This case right here. What happens in this case is Pringle is pulled over on what's called an unconstitutional stop because there's no probable cause and there's no reasonable articulable suspicion. You can't just pull someone over because you want to. Wren versus United States, 1996. Wren versus United States says that you can pull somebody over if they commit a minor traffic infraction. A pretextual stops are constitutional if police have probable cause for a vehicle violation. So in other words, Wren versus United States, an extension of Terry versus Ohio, Pringle versus Maryland, 2003, both are extensions of Terry versus Ohio. But Wren versus United States says that they can pull you over on a pretext. They're trying to find something else because you didn't use a blinker, your registration was out, whatever they're going to pull you over for. But in Maryland versus Pringle, they pull him over unconstitutionally, and the Supreme Court says the evidence is admissible. What we're going to do on Constitution headquarters is you're going to download the bill and you're going to get it to into your state House of Representatives to get through committee, to get through the larger portion of the House, then to get to the Senate, to ratify that bill in Indiana. Well, Indiana's a cop-sucking state. I'm just giving you an example. But then right here, you can overcome Maryland versus Pringle. Now, here in the state of California, it'll be a lot easier because let me be specific here. What Maryland versus Pringle says is that if the police pull you over on an unconstitutional stop, then it's supposed to be the exclusionary rule. If they find something that attenuates that unconstitutional stop, the attenuation doctrine started from the 1963 case of Wong versus Sun. Here, this creates the attenuation doctrine. Ruled illegally obtained evidence is inadmissible unless connection is sufficiently attenuated to purge the taint of the stop. So now we list the jurisprudence in that bill for Indiana. Now you can get that bill into your House member of Representatives and then get that bill into committee so people can vote on it, then get it to the larger portion of the House, then get it into the Senate and see if the governor is going to sign that bill into law. Now in states like Indiana, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Ohio, you're going to have a hard time passing that bill. But in other states like Idaho, California, Washington, New York, New Jersey, even though there's a lot of cop support and cop sucking going on there, there's a chance you can get that bill through the House because the next phase of our group of Team DLZ is we're going to put the education that we get, we're going to put it into motion to get a bill put in through your House, and you're going to find it on Constitution headquarters. That's where you're going to find the bill. And I'm going to need people to help me to use ChatGPT to write the bill for every different state. There's a place on the website where you'll be able to download that bill to change Maryland versus Pringle in your state, to change Utah versus Strieff. Let me just give a little bit of jurisprudence here. Maryland versus Pringle, Utah versus Strieff, 2016. It's not on the wall yet. These are all cases, the jurisprudence is based on Terry versus Ohio. 90% of these cases right here are based on Terry versus Ohio. So this is what I've been doing. This is the reason why I haven't been live. This is what I've been doing with my time, with my life. I've been creating that. And you would be amazed how long that takes to create. It takes so much time. It is unbelievable. It takes so much time. And I'm going to get into it a little more, but I have another video that I want to show you. Another video. What's up, Playboy? I can't wait to teach this. I cannot wait to teach it. And if you're an activist like Alan Hubbs is, I got an activist super PAC of Supreme Court cases that you have to sit there and memorize. You got to memorize each and every one of them so that you, I'm sweating. Oh, I'm sweating. All righty then. Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me okay. Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me okay. So I'm going to show this video that Tizzy Yent presented and showed. Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me all right. But I want to Chevy, what's up with the Playboy? What's the matter? How is everybody? Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I want to show you guys this video that Tizzy Yent presented, and then I'm going to show you the case law behind it that makes this completely and utterly unconstitutional. Did everybody hit the like button? Did everybody hit the like button? Did you hit the like button? Okay, so here's that video right here. Check this out. So this is from a creator called Tizzy Yent. He's bigger on TikTok than he is any other platform. But I found this on Facebook because Matthew sent this over to me.
For what? Because I said, what are y'all doing?
Oh, I was just scrolling through my feed when I found this. Imagine there's a knock at the front door. You go to the front door to see who it is. When you open it, it's police officers, and they storm in and start cuffing you up like that. If you're like me, watching this video, you probably started asking, what'd he do? Like, why are they there? What is the reason that they're doing that? I'm going to play the rest of the video. And if you...
Can you guys hear the video? Let me know. Secret agent, can you guys hear the video? Can you hear the video okay? Because I'm going to finish this video. Can you guys hear this? I want to make sure you can hear the video. Okay, Freeman Keys. Freeman Keys! What's going on? Kinetic Customs and Racing. Listen, I promise you guys, Constitution headquarters is going to be so worth it. I promise you. It's going to create a call to action to change our country in a way that I have never done before. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is leading. Getting the bill to you in Tennessee for you to overturn Maryland versus Pringle by state legislation, for you to overturn Utah versus Strieff, this empowers you. And we create the Constitution headquarters so that we can all get together and get these bills passed through state legislation. So that's what I'm talking about. And in some of these cops sucking states, it's going to be hard to get that bill passed. But when one falls, like California or Washington or Idaho, you're going to find that other states go, well, that is unconstitutional. Why should cops be able to get fruit of the poisonous tree when they do an unconstitutional stop? There should be no such thing as the attenuation doctrine, which we're going to go into in great detail later. But now here's the rest of that.
Listen closely. You're going to hear the terrible crime that he is accused of.
Guys, I'm asking a question. For what? You're piercing, okay? In your home. He was not unlawful. Body art without a license. Guys, chill.
So he laughs in his face. The guy who's in the house, he laughs in the cop's face.
You're piercing, okay? In your home. He was not unlawful.
They're arresting him for piercing his son's ear.
Body art without a license. Guys, chill.
What is really going on here? You got them?
Yes, I got all of them.
Guys, you're in the cameras. This is ridiculous. Piercing his son's ear. License.
Piercing his son's ears without a license.
Coming into my house without permission. No permission. They busted in my front door. This is the boy right here. He got a pierced ear by his dad. These cops busted in my door. Busted in the front door.
I wanted my ears pierced.
Cuffs on this boy for nothing.
Body art without a license for piercing his own son's ear. Let me guess on how that scenario went down. Kid came and said, Dad, can you sign a release so I can get my ear pierced? And Dad said, sign a release? I'll just pierce your ear. Like, I know that's not hard to do. Cut to 5 cops showing up and strong-arming him out, handcuffing him and arresting him. Taxpayer dollars at work for piercing his own child's ear that the child asked for. And from the sounds of it, is a teenager. This is what you have to do in Springdale, Arkansas. You ain't got nothing better to do with the police department there but this.
Okay, so now let's get into the legality of it. If you were really paying attention, Bruce, what's up, my friend? How are you, buddy? Sorry, I hope you caught some of the earlier stream. I kind of showing you guys what I'm doing. So, in the 1980 case of Payton versus New York, right here, the case was heard in 79. The opinion came out in 1980. Every auditor, every activist, every person should know Payton versus New York. And what exactly does the case say here? New York City police suspected Theodore Payton of murdering a gas station manager. So this case is based on murder. The police forcibly entered Payton's home thinking he was there. He was not, and found evidence connecting Payton to the crime of the murder, which was introduced at Payton's trial. The police lacked an arrest warrant when they entered his home. However, they acted under a New York law allowing police to enter private residence to make a felony arrest without a warrant. At trial, Payton unsuccessfully sought to suppress the evidence as fruit of the illegal search, the 1971 case of Mapp versus Ohio, fruit of the poisonous tree. State courts upheld in the companion case, victims identified Obie Riddick in a June 1973 case for robberies in 1971. Police learned about his whereabouts in 1974, the year I was born. Without a warrant, they knocked on his door, entered his residence, and arrested him without a warrant. A search for weapons revealed illegal drugs. He was indicted on narcotics charges, but sought the suppression of evidence based on a warrantless entry. The trial judge concluded that the entry was authorized by the New York law, that you could enter into someone's house without a warrant if there's a felony arrest, and that the search was therefore permissible. Riddick was convicted as well as Payton. And so then it says here, does the New York statute authorizing warrantless arrests and searches violate Fourth Amendment prohibition against unreasonable searches and seizures? Take a look, folks. Conservative, conservative, conservative. He was supposed to be a liberal. He was appointed to the Supreme Court by John F. Kennedy in 1962, right before Kennedy was assassinated. He's a conservative. He was supposed to be a liberal. He was not. Berger, hardcore conservative. Rehnquist, racist, hardcore conservative. Racist beyond the pale, and I'll prove that when I teach you guys Constitution headquarters. Yes, John Paul Stevens wrote for the 6-3 majority, held that the Fourth Amendment, as applied to the states of the 14th Amendment, prohibits police from making warrantless, non-consensual entries into suspects' homes to make a routine felony arrest for murder. For murder. So the cops can't come into your house when you're suspected of murdering somebody without a warrant. So this case in Arkansas, this guy, if he gets the proper representation and lines his case out the way it should be lined out, then he should win this case. He should absolutely win this case. Jody, what's going on, Playboy? Auditing Mabton, what's going on? Julie, good to see you, Julie. Is that SWE Observer? Lenny, what's going on? Death Angel, how you doing? What's the matter, you? Good to see you. What's the matter? And then right here, SWE Observer. Thanks for the gifted membership, brother. Listen, I'm sorry I'm not going live. I'm getting busy. I'm working around the clock to get this presentation done so we can learn the history of jurisprudence so that we can then put the bills in every additional state into real world law in Washington, in Idaho, in Arizona. We have to change the law at the legislative level to make sure that in New Mexico, we need to get the bill passed that says if you're stopped unconstitutionally, that's fruit of the poisonous tree in the state of New Mexico, because the state laws are what are over the top of you. Federal laws are very rarely on top of you. You have to Now, don't get me wrong. If you kill somebody or you commit trafficking between Arizona and New Mexico, well, then that's going to get the feds on you. You're going to get a federal charge. But 95% of the charges against people are state charges. 95% of the laws that are applied to you are state laws. So if in the state of New Mexico, there is a bill passed that says that an unconstitutional stop does not clean the taint of the unconstitutional stop, then it's inadmissible in court. We can do that in the state of New Mexico. We can do that in the state of Florida. We can do that in the state, hopefully Ohio, Montana, Wyoming. All these states need to be changed, but they're only going to be changed if we do it through the proper channels. Cope Dog and Dog is in the hizzy. Cope, Gloria is here. Clown Patrol is here. Fern Dog, I'm a 74, baby. Year of the Tiger, baby. Welcome new members. Thanks, Let's OTVO. Let me find your, there it is right there. Thank you, SWE, and thank you, I appreciate that, SWE Observer. So now let me show you a little bit more here on Payton versus New York. Warrantless arrests and searches went to the core of the Fourth Amendment's protection of privacy in a citizen's dwelling. This protection is too important to be violated on the basis of police officers' on-the-spot decisions regarding probable cause. You see that? So the arrest in Arkansas was unconstitutional. In the absence of special circumstances, in other words, exigent circumstances, the search of a residence is permissible only after finding probable cause by a neutral magistrate with a search warrant. Justices Byron White and Chief Justice Berger and William Rehnquist, racist as, I mean, you have no idea how racist Rehnquist was. You have no idea. White maintained that common law practice prior to and at the time of the Fourth Amendment was adopted did not limit police officers' inherent power to search. It's just such crap. It is such crap. It is such garbage. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. There's about 10 cases here. I was going to show you a bunch of cases, but I think I'm going to keep that for Constitutional Law Scholar. I think I'm going to keep that for Constitutional Law Scholar. I'm going to hold off on that until we take a look at and we go down the timeline and we teach. Let me show you something funny here. You know, we went over earlier, I think it was called the Hanceville or Huntsville. It's not Huntsville. This is the Huntsville Police.
Well, the Hanceville Police Department is.
This is 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago. Check this out. This is really, this is the Huntsville Police Department. This is super telling.
Actively recruiting men and women to join the police force of a rapidly growing city.
And today's meet and greet is the latest effort to attract future law enforcement officers. News 19's Archie Snowden was there and shares the story on the latest effort to recruit.
Due to what is described as unwanted attention, every police department in the country is facing a shortage crisis, such as the case in Huntsville. And its latest recruiting stop at the North Police Precinct is part of an effort to improve the shortage. But Keyshawn Marsh says that he's always wanted to become a cop.
I was always around police officers in my entire life. I'm actually the first generation of my family to be a law enforcement. So it's something new and something different, I guess you could say.
After graduating high school, Keyshawn immediately began working at a home for at-risk youth and spent a few years as a corrections officer at Limestone Correctional Facility that he says helped pave the way to be here as a candidate.
I feel like it's my decision, and I'm actually making a positive change instead of a negative.
Keyshawn is one of a few recruits to show up here today, but his passion is exactly what the Huntsville Police Department recruiters are looking for.
We're recruiting like wildfire right now. You know, with the growth of the city and the county, and we're spreading out in all directions, the department's got to keep up with that growth.
Since 2016, the application pool to become a police officer in Huntsville has slowly decreased. Paul Norton, the chief recruiter, says that this is the third stop in 3 months.
So I'm showing this because I want to show you guys, this is 2 years ago from the Huntsville Police Department. Now, I'll tell you this is 3 hours away from the Hanceville Police Department that we covered earlier today. But I want to show you the reason why they have those Hanceville JBTPs is because no one wants to sign up to be a cop with these policies, procedures, and protocols. Nobody wants to be caught on camera jumping on top of somebody and hitting him while 2 or 3 other people hold him down. 4 people sometimes, 5 people sometimes. That's the reason why. So this Huntsville video, the reason I'm showing it to you is because I'm showing you this video is 2 years old. It's even harder today to get people to be cops because of the policy, procedure, and protocols. That's the reason why it's so hard to get people to be coppers.
Step out of the vehicle with your hands where we could see them. April 2020. With guns drawn, Aurora police are pulling over a man. I got it. Officers are working with Denver police and the Department of Corrections to find a fugitive they know is black.
I was afraid, you know, I was a little stressed.
But what they don't know at this moment, as they point guns at his head and body,
I was just trying to obey the orders. You know, I didn't want to make any distinctive movements outside of what they were directing me to make.
Someone else in the car. Teddy Pittman is not the fugitive they're looking for.
I think he demonstrated exemplary control and composure in that moment. Just a testament to he was minding his own business.
As police check out Pittman's identification,
What's your name, man?
another officer claims there's a gun in Pittman's car.
Hey, gun's right here in the Crown Royal bag.
But court records show a gun was never found in the Crown Royal bag.
It's a lot of loose change.
Police ran Pittman's name in their computers and did not find any warrants.
It's not our target.
One of the officers then told an Aurora police officer,
It's not our guy.
he's not our guy.
Push it as far as you want or don't want, but
Do what you want.
do not the way we're after. Which sucks.
For Pittman, what did suck was not only the fear of the moment, but the traffic ticket police gave him before letting him go.
I was minding my own business. I went to see a friend. I went to visit a godmother.
A citation for a suspended license and bad left turn. After Pittman filed complaints, the judge dismissed the ticket in the best interest of justice.
The police in this case essentially went nuclear on use of force.
Through his attorney, Pittman filed a lawsuit against Aurora Police, Denver Police, and the Department of Corrections alleging excessive force and racial profiling.
It was just I think it was just an irresponsible use of force.
This stop happened in April of 2020, just a few months after the death of Elijah McClain. It was during this time period when an independent investigation found Aurora Police has a pattern and practice of racially biased policing and excessive force. That same year, this video went viral, showing Aurora Police pointing guns at a black mother and several children after mistaking their car for stolen. We reported this month there's a tentative settlement in that case.
Regardless of who you are, regardless of what color your skin is, you have a right to be treated with dignity, right?
Pittman says he was afraid for his life during the encounter.
You know, people are either, physically assaulted or, fatally shot.
Aurora Police, Denver Police, and the Department of Corrections would not comment for this story. All three agencies cited the pending litigation. Tom and Kim, back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremy.
Sorry about that. And of course, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. I'll tell you that right now. So let me show you guys something else here. And if you're down here, I want to ask you guys to sign this petition right here. So this is. Are you in the chat right now? Are you in the chat, my brother? So there's a member of Team DLZ. He's only got 25 signatures here. But I want more people to sign this petition, and I believe that you can find everything that he's doing. He's suing the state of California right here. There it is. And if you guys want to sign this petition, here is, let me get the link for this bad chicken. Here's the link. Sign this petition. Go. I don't know what your username is. I know what your real name is. Well, his name's David. It's going to be on the petition. He's filed a federal civil rights lawsuit. So there's the link to the petition right there. And let's take a look at his petition because he needs some help. OTVO. Hey, auditing, let me check out your channel, man. Send me a couple of links to your videos so I can take a look at them. I'm going to need more moderators on Constitution headquarters. That's what I'm going to need, more moderators. But let's take a look at David's petition here and let's get into the nitty-gritty. So right there, that's why. Okay, my name is David Vallejos, a known figure in the firearms rights realm, and a FFL holder. I possess an Arizona CCW, concealed carry, and can easily pass NICS checks and acquire firearms. A letter from the DOJ validates my rights to own, acquire, and carry a firearm. Having no criminal record, drug, or mental history to hinder me, I've exhausted all possible methods, even appeal, just to attain my CCW. However, despite all these validations, my pursuit has been fruitless due to the existing statute that I firmly believe to be unconstitutional. The recent case of New York safety, New York gun and pistol versus Bruin. It's New York gun and pistol versus Bruin. And several other rulings by the federal Supreme Court support the argument that CCW permits infringe upon our constitutional rights. So he can't get his CCW. He's trying to get a concealed carry license and he can't get one here. I started a federal lawsuit against CCW's scheme and is now active. I had no help other than some guidance in doing so at pro se. And we know where that came from. I love you, brother. I wish I could do more for you right now. I'm just really, really busy. But we did get it to this point, David. You just needed a little bit of a push, and then you did it on your own, man. I'm very proud of you, David. So now as we continue down the road here, in this era of growing uncertain circumstances, it's crucial for law-abiding citizens to be empowered to assume some level of defense responsibility. Striking down the CCW scheme and implementing constitutional carry in California would ensure this empowerment in 40 other states where constitutional carry has been endorsed. There's been a significant decrease in overall crime rate, further cementing its positive effects. Our goal is not to infringe upon the requirement for the firearm safety or the importance of responsible usage, but rather to enhance streamline the process to protect our constitutional rights. For this reason, I request your support to lobby for the replacement of the existing CCW scheme with constitutional carry in California. Please sign the petition and stand for our constitutional rights. So now he's only got 25 signatures. So we got to get more signatures for David here. We've got to get more signatures because And let me give you guys a little bit of information, a little bit of historical context that is on the wall right there, constitutional headquarters. Here's what the reason why you have a concealed carry weapons license at all whatsoever. It's from the 1911 Sullivan Act, where Governor Tim Sullivan in New York first started with an executive order and then got a bill and legislation passed in New York that said that you had to get permission from the president of the police bureau for you to have a concealed carry license in the state of New York. And why did they do that? Think of the year 1911. Black people are moving out of the South because the lynchings in the late 1890s and early 1900s are so fierce. There's 100 black people being lynched every year, if not more, that we don't even know about. So they decide that the black people decide we're going to move up to the Northeast where the free states were before the Civil War even happened. We're talking about 55 years later. Remember, the Civil Wars fought from 1861 to 1865. And then the gun law of you have to get permission from the president of the police bureau is enacted by the Sullivan Act in New York in 1911. David, you have to get a CCW in the United States of America because they didn't want to give black people guns. And let me even go further on this so you don't think that I'm saying everything is racist. No. In the gun problem world, you may see on the front of CNN how, oh my God, another school shooting. And it is horrible. But the truth is that 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 gun violence are committed from the black people in urban areas. Young black men are killing each other. That's why we have a gun problem in America. Regardless, your Second Amendment right was stripped away because the 1911 Sullivan Act empowered the police to have to sign off on your CCW permit. It's 2024, 2025, 114 years later, you still have to get a permit from the chief, sheriff, lieutenant, captain, major, whatever he wants to call himself. So your gun rights are limited in the vein of we don't want to give black people guns. Fast forward to 2025, the number one cause of violence, gun violence in America is from black people. Young black men specifically in uneducated urban areas. And listen, I'm going to call it like it is. I don't give a shit if people like it. The truth sometimes is a hard, jagged little pill you got to put in your mouth and swallow down. I got nothing but love and respect for black people. For white people, for Mexican people, for brown people, pink people, purple people. I like all people. I got no problem with anybody. The truth is your gun rights were limited so that black people couldn't get guns. The truth is the gun problem in America is mostly a black problem. Now, they're going to highlight Sandy Hook, and they're going to highlight Uvalde, and they're going to highlight the most heinous, miserable crimes created with gun violence. The truth, though, is that if urban young black men were not killing each other at the rate that they are, we don't have that big of a gun problem in America. No, we do. Shooting kids in schools is a big problem. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. I'm not going to try to diminish that. It's a huge problem. But in percentile wise, it's very small. It's a lightning strike. There are more people who get hit by lightning every year than there are people who get killed by guns by white people or by Mexican people. There are more lightning strikes that kill people every year. So I'm just giving you guys the absolute truth. I'm giving you the absolute truth. I have no problem with any different particular race of people, but the statistics are that, here, let me show you. So did you guys sign his, let me put his petition here. You guys signed, and David, by the way, who is a white guy, you have lost your gun rights in the name of racism against black people. Do I think black people should be able to get guns? 100%. Do I think there should be an open network camera system in every single city? Absolutely. Because the surveillance state is here and they're watching you, but you don't get to watch them. An open network camera system would give you a QR code on that stop sign, a QR code on that street sign, a QR code on that fence link where there's a camera mounted that you can just log in and see what's going on right there in your area. An open network camera system. And people are going to say, oh my God, Chile's calling for a total surveillance state. It's already here. The only difference is we don't get access to those cameras. The FLAC camera system, you ever see the solar panel up like this and there's a camera underneath of it and you're like, who owns that camera? The cops set them up. The company, the FLAC camera company, they're the ones putting those cameras up everywhere, but you don't have access to them. In an open network camera system, you would get access to every single camera that the government has access to that is in the public, that the public can see. You wouldn't get access. There it is right there. Duad, there you are. Got you. You guys sign his petition. Sign his petition. Please sign his petition. I want to support David in his fight. I really do. I haven't been able to do anything for anybody as I'm working my... You have no idea how much work it is to do a trivia game based on the Constitution. Each card I have to inspect and read and say, is that right? Oh, no, that's not right. Because as you know, Grok, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, all the different artificial intelligence that I'm using, all of them get it wrong. But I can look at the case and go, no, wait a minute. Brennan wasn't on the court in 1947. So Brennan could not have been the dissent. I have to look at each and every card so that you guys get really factual information. I'm going to put the website up. You can go to Constitution HQ and take a look at the website. It's just a placeholder right now. But then I'm going to do a focus group with different people who purchased the game, and I send it off to you guys. And the idea that I'm going to send you another one after we play it and we go through it and we try it. But let me show you guys something real quick so that people don't say, so there it is right there. There it is right there. Oops, sorry about that. Here it is right here. Right there. So this, you're looking at the black gun violence right here. That's what the black gun violence is in America, right there. And I'm just showing you. I mean, I'm kind of stuck in like this weird place because I know that the laws were created against us using black people to create laws. That's what they did. There's the gun statistics and how people are killed with gun violence. You can see the black version, the black people here. It's mostly young black males, and most of the young black males are involved in gangs and stuff like that. So there it is right there. So that way people can say, oh, Chile was saying racist shit. No, it wasn't. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the absolute truth. If you call black people Ennas, you're a racist. If black people call white people crackers, you're a racist. It's just, I'm not going to bullshit you. I don't care. Listen, they already tried to cancel me by calling me a racist. It didn't work. It didn't work. It just made me stronger and bigger. So it's just, it didn't work. Try another way. People have made videos about me trying to take me down. It didn't work. It didn't work. If you're a diehard member of Team DLZ, put it in the chat, Team DLZ. If we don't stop and we don't quit, put it in the chat, Team DLZ. So that people can see and they can understand how many of us there are. Right now, there's only 250 people here across 6 channels, which is a fucking joke. Fuck you, YouTube, you fucking commie bastards. It's just so disgusting what YouTube is. They put a filter over the account, just like they did on the Twitter files. They put a filter right over the account. My editors will tell you there was a specific date and time when all of a sudden we fell off a cliff. So it's such bullshit. But you know what? We don't stop. I don't give, you know what? Fuck you, YouTube. You're not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to teach people how to get bills submitted into the House of Representatives in their state to overcome this bullshit by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is a dog shit organization that they'll take cases in jurisprudence that were created to uphold our rights, to uphold our civil liberties. Then they take a slight portion of that holding and they use it in future cases to diminish and strip away our rights and give our rights to the cops. And who does it? The conservatives on the Supreme Court. That's who does it. That's who does it. Who do you think held up the 1934 National Firearms Act? Who do you think upheld the 1938 Federal Firearms Act? Who did that? Conservatives at the Supreme Court did that. That's who did it. Who do you think stripped away your Fourth Amendment? Conservatives on the Supreme Court. You may be a conservative politically, but I bet you're not a conservative when it comes to your Fourth Amendment right. I'll bet that you're not. And I could show you 20 cases and ask you, where do you stand? And you're going to go, man, I am against it. I am against it. You are. I don't want to get too far into Constitution headquarters. I just want to stay focused on this right here. On this right here, just this moment right here with you guys. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. And you know what? Truly and honestly, I'll never stop. I will never, ever, ever stop. And you guys who are my supporters on teamdlz.com, you guys who support me and have helped me through this tough time where I'm not thriving right now economically because I'm not going live. I'm not working. This is my job being a journalist and I'm not doing it. So I'm not doing very well financially. But that's only because I'm doing something that's going to advance us as a group, advance society. Let's get these bills into the House of your state. Let's get these bills passed. Maryland versus Pringle says that cops, if they pull you over unconstitutionally, if there's a warrant for your arrest or the stop gets attenuated, if enough things happen during the stop, during the unconstitutional stop, that will clean the taint of the unconstitutional stop. And that's exactly how it's listed in the Supreme Court holdings. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. What is going on with the Playboy? Ski, what's going on, Playboy? What's going on? No, Don, listen, I identify as a conservative. I also identify as a classic liberal. But I'll bet that you're not a conservative when it comes to the Supreme Court and your Fourth Amendment right. I'll bet you're not. I'll bet you're not at all. I'll bet when you see and I teach you what these justices have done, what these Supreme Court personnel have done, you're going to say, I don't agree with that. That's not what I agree with. And there's dozens and dozens of cases that are decided 5-4 or 6-3. Let me give you a simple one. Let me give you a simple one because as you know, we don't stop. Let me give you guys a real simple one. Hold on a second. This one made my blood boil and always does too. Okay. The 1958 case of Kent versus Dulles. The 1958 case, let me zoom this in close so you guys can see it. You see what it says there? It ruled the government cannot deny passports based on political briefs protecting freedom of movement under due process. Congress gave discretion to restrict passports. Courts should not interfere, as according to the dissent. Now, who decided this? This was decided 5-4 that the courts could not, that the government could not limit your ability to travel using your passport. Warren, Douglas, Black, Brennan, Whitaker. These are the liberal Supreme Court justices on the court. Frankfurter, Burton, Harlan II, and Clark. These are the conservatives. The 5-4 decision, we won that you can travel with your passport regardless of your political affiliation, or if you have charges pending or you have a warrant, you can still travel with your passport. Kent versus Dulles was decided in a 5-4 decision. Had Kent versus Dulles gone 5-4 the other way, you would not be able to travel today. You wouldn't be able to travel today. You would be stuck. You would be absolutely stuck. Let me show you another one if you're a conservative and you identify as a conservative. Kerr versus California. Kerr upheld warrantless home entries and seizures of evidence, applying federal exclusionary rule standards to state cases, decided 5-4. Look who voted for it. Clark, Harlan II, Stewart, White. These are the conservatives. Warren was the so-called liberal, Earl Warren. But what this case does, because it was decided 5-4, Kerr versus California makes it so all the cops got to do is knock on your door, announce that they're police, and they can warrantlessly enter your home for a seizure of evidence. You don't align with that if you're a conservative. I don't want cops warrantlessly entering my home, regardless of my political affiliation or how I identify myself as a conservative or a classic liberal, because I am a classic liberal, which means I straddle the line of conservative and liberal. Not the wacky liberal of today, but the classic liberal. And if any of you guys are Gen Xers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a conservative and you don't agree that cops should be able to warrantlessly enter your house, put a 1 in the chat. You don't agree with it. You may be a put a little light on that bad chicken. Put a little light on that bad chicken. There we go. Put a little light on that thing. I have put so much work into this, you guys cannot imagine. Hours and hours and hours and hours. So let's ask a couple more questions. That's a unanimous decision. This versus Harris, EC Night Company, Holden. Okay, here's the crazy part. So John Marshall Harlan the first, he was on the Supreme Court here. John Marshall Harlan, he was on the Supreme Court for like 30 years, 35 years, something like that, right? Some crazy amount of time. No, I think he goes back to 1877, and then he goes to 1911. So 1877 to 1911, John Marshall Harlan is on the Supreme Court. So he's on the Supreme Court for, 30 some odd years, right? He has a grandson named John Harlan II. John Harlan II is a conservative. He votes to strip our rights. John Marshall Harlan, this guy here, he is the only dissent. He is the only dissent in Plessy versus Ferguson that created legal racial segregation. If you're a conservative, do you think that we should be segregated? I don't. I don't think segregation is a good thing at all whatsoever. Not even kind of, sort of. Not even sort of, not even a little bit. 5-4, Miranda versus Arizona. So you guys have heard of the Miranda rights before, right? How many people here thinks that you should get Miranda rights, that you should be Mirandized, that the police should have to read you your rights so that you understand that anything you say can and be used against you? Put Miranda in the chat if you think that you should be given Miranda rights when the police are going to question you for a crime where they can arrest you and put you in a dungeon. Put Miranda in the chat if you believe that you should get your Miranda rights. I can't type because I got one hand on my computer, but I think we should be able to get our Miranda rights so we understand this cop is talking to me because he's investigating me for a crime and is trying to put me in jail. Put Miranda in the chat if you think that you should be Mirandized when the cops are going to question you for a crime. Miranda versus Arizona was decided in a 5-4 decision. Miranda versus Arizona, Warren, Fortas, Douglas, Brennan, Clark. These are the more liberal justices on the Supreme Court. These are the conservatives, Stewart, White, Clark, Harlan II. So the conservatives voted that you don't have to be Mirandized. That's what the conservatives did. The conservatives voted that you should not be able to travel with your passport if the state wants to stop you from traveling. You agree with that? So you may be a conservative when you vote conservative, but the simple truth is the 1985 case of United States versus Johns ruled delayed warrantless searches and seizures of packages are unconstitutional if probable cause existed at the seizure. United States versus Quarles, 1984, created a public safety exception for you to be Mirandized. Created a public safety exception for you to be Mirandized. 1984, United States created a public safety exception to Miranda, allowing unwarned statements if urgent safety concerns exist. 5-4, Rehnquist, White, Blackman, Powell, Berger. Conservatives, liberals, Brennan, Stevens, O'Connor, Marshall. O'Connor was a liberal and a conservative. Do you think there should be a limit to when you're Mirandized? I don't. I think you should get your Miranda rights every single time. Without fail, you should get your Miranda rights. I don't want to go too far into this because I can't use my computer and show you guys the cases on the wall like I can when I'm using my phone. So that's what this is about. Walking Dead Man says you should know how to invoke your Fifth Amendment right and then walk away. So this is coming. This is coming. I'll have the website up and pre-orders available really soon. You guys will be, and there'll be some people who are in a testing group, so you can test the game and play the game with your kids, with your family, with your friends. Make sure that I haven't made too many mistakes because I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. Marcy Fox is here. Good to see you, Marcy. Good to see you, Marcy. There that bad chicken is. There it is. What's going on, Playboy? What's going on? Let's see what happens. Can you guys hear me? Give me a 5x5. You guys can hear me okay? Give me a 5x5. You guys can hear me okay? For you guys on Team DLZ who have supported me, even while there's been very little content going up, I'm just working on this wall constantly every day. I'm going to try to go live for 30 minutes to an hour a day. I've been on for 2 hours now because right now there's 30 things I want to do on the wall that I just saw just now that are not there. Utah versus Streif is not on the wall. Terry versus Ohio is not on the wall. There's cases I know off the top of my head that are not on the wall, but I need to show them to you and teach them to you. And I need to use my phone so that I can have proper sound and I can zoom in and out so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And that's what I want to do. You watch all my shorts. Do me a favor, you guys. Make sure that you're watching my videos. Please, I need your support. I can't do it without you. I really need your support. The channel is so far down because I have not been working on it, but I really need your support. I cannot do this without you. I absolutely, and for the members who are paying members on Team DLZ, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And we got some big stuff coming out. We got some big stuff coming out right now. Besides this, there's another thing that I'm doing that I'm not, there's another thing that I'm doing. We don't stop, mofos. We don't stop. Put it in the comment section. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. I got to make a playlist and walk away and let play at your work and office. Oh, I see. Yeah. Go to the playlist on Delete Laws, hit the playlist and watch all the videos so that you guys can keep up. And I appreciate your support. I mean, listen, I'm going to need a focus group for the game so that we can test it. And I'm going to pre-sell the game starting in the next couple days. And then you guys can pre-order. The game's not going to come out for like 4 to 6 weeks. But as you can see, and you notice from my absent, this is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. I actually had to stop because I talked to someone on the phone yesterday and he was like, hey, Chili, where is that other thing that you created that we talked about on our Team DLZ weekly meeting? Because there's people who gather. If you guys want to be on the Team DLZ weekly meeting, email me. We have a weekly meeting every week with a bunch of people who are on Team DLZ. If you want to be a part of that Zoom call, then please let me know. Email me, deletelaws@gmail.com, and I will then forward your information on to the administrators of that chat. We do a weekly chat every Wednesday. If you guys want to be a part of that chat, I popped on probably 60% of the time. And now I'm doing it. I'm on most Wednesdays now because I really want to change the fucking world. Do you understand that? I want to change this shit. And I'm not going to be able to change this shit without your help watching. We're not going to be able to change it together if we just sit here and watch cop videos and show what the jackboot thug pigs are doing. It's not going to change anything. When legislation is passed in Alaska that says that an unconstitutional stop does not cleanse, the unconstitutional stop is not cleansed because it's attenuated because the guy's got a warrant for not paying a traffic ticket. He was stopped unconstitutionally, but now he has a warrant because he didn't pay a traffic ticket. Now the unconstitutional stop is up. It's all forgiven. It's okay. We found that he had a warrant, so the unconstitutional stop, the taint of that unconstitutionality is now cleansed. And we got to pull that shit back. Cope Doggy Dog knows it. Cope Doggy Dog is my man. That dude and I, Bruce, good to see you, man. Radic, I appreciate you coming, a.k.a. Ski. Good to see everybody. Chevy Bucks! We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Nice to see you, April Rain. First time I've seen you. April Rain is in the hizzy, everybody. April Rain gave me this amazing pillow that I sleep with every single night. So I'm super, super grateful. I really, really appreciate it. You hear that, Chevy? Chevy Bucks! What's going on, Chevy? Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Just OTVO right here. Let's see what we got lately from the Chevster. So this looks like his latest video is Daddy Government. So now this is royalty-free music because this is AI generated. But what I got to do is Chevy, thanks for the super chat, brother. I've got to get back to work. I got to get back to work on the wall. Brandy Swaney, so good. I love the OTVO in your name. You guys, don't be afraid to put OTVO in your name. Don't be afraid to tell the world that Terry versus Ohio screws us all. It screws us all. Don't be afraid to put it in your name. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Chad, Senior Tower Time. Good to see you, my brother. Listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get the flock out of here. But before I go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with you guys remember this? Bill O'Reilly. And here's a cut of, what do you mean? I'm going to play us out. You're going to play us out? What do you mean by that? Fuck it. I'll do it live. I'll write it and I'll do it live. This is Chevy's channel. This is Chevy's channel right here. So listen, I'm going to let this play. I'll be watching this with you guys as this plays out. And then I'm going to sign off and I'm going to get the flock out of here. Make sure you guys get your trifolds, your cop cards on deletelaws.com. You'll be able to sign up for Constitution HQ. The website is up now. Just the placeholder website is up. I'll have a pre-order available in the next 7 days. So look forward to that. I got to get the flock out of here. Thank you guys for coming. Jim, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. April, I appreciate you coming. Grateful Dabs, thanks for coming. Claudette, thank you for coming. Complying Borg. Jody, thank you so much for coming. Jeff Bacone, good to see you. Got your poster now, Jeff. I know that. Mr. Bones. Clown Patrol is here as well. Good to see you. Jim, what's the matter? You, Aaron Williams. I put OTVO when I watch other channels. That's how you do it, bro. OTVO. Thanks. Chevy, this is your song. We're going to play it out. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bruce, Greg, Mikey, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you three. Really appreciate you. I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. And here is Chevy Bucks.
Right on, move on, be gone. So long they should, we should. Okay. Oh. Gotta silence all these feelings, hurting criminals. I'm a reformed man myself. I just came off a 24-hour suspension for bullying and harassment that I fully deserve. I hurt a lot of people's feelings. I hurt. Ouch, feelings. Blue poo on me in the southern hemisphere, being so insensitive as to joke about not understanding why people on the side of the globe don't fall off into space. My bad. I even had the nerve to ask if water truly drains counterclockwise down there. What I was thinking, where?
Chris. Hey, buddy. Julie. Secret agent.
Wow. Such incredibly reckless malice came out of me. Okay, now I feel awful for the crimes I committed, the feelings I hurt. I got off lucky, just a suspension.
Maria.
A warning that I'm one step closer to permanent. Lots of collecting privileges. My case can now serve as a perfect example of why we need daddy government to decide what's true and what isn't. What is hate speech? Track down and punish. Out of control people like I was, leaving a gruesome trail of hurt feelings, victims in their wake. Yes, can we please have a major clamp down on all that nonsense? Hearing us next to bonus, the proper authorities would be visiting the homes of a lot of people. They could get an incidental look at everything everyone is up to while they're anyway. Stop all crimes, grab up a lot of evil. Weed smokers, deviants, and other villains. Know what I mean? Bird or there. Hit the like button, please.
I'm so sorry. I think I got one.
Okay.
I think the song is about what's the matter you. I got one more song request here, so I will play it. I have missed you guys so much. Thanks, Maria, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Dewowd, David Vallejos right there. Thank you. But Ripple Effect wanted me to play his song. He said he hit me up the other day. Is this is from 1 year ago, Ripple. Do you have a more recent song? Oh no, that's not it. That's somebody else's music. Whoops. The Ripple Effect. If you want to shoot me an email with your song, I'll play it. Mikey B, I finally saw you in the chat. What is going on, Playboy? So Grateful Dabs had a question, and so I want to answer that question. I want to get off this thing. I got to go to work, but Grateful Dabs had a question. So here's what I learned as I was researching case law, and specifically what I was researching in Hiibel versus Nevada. And Ripple Effect, I will play your song, but let me see. 1 second. Stay with me here. Okay, so I want to show you guys something, and And the reason why, so Grateful Dabs asked a question. No, that's not all the cases. One second. So I'm going to show you guys this bad chicken right here. It's not going to give me exactly what I want. When you use artificial intelligence, you really have to work it. So what Grateful Dabs asked me, in case you guys wanted to know, was he said that, do you have to give ID when there's reasonable articulable suspicion if you're in a stop and ID state? So you have to be very careful with this, because you don't have to give the cops your ID if there's not legitimate, reasonable, articulable suspicion. You don't have to, it's not even ID. You don't have to give ID, period, from Hiibel versus Nevada. You have to identify your first and last name if there's reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Now, because we are Team DLZ, we're always recording, always recording. So if the cops stop you and say, hey, this is a stop and ID state, and I have reasonable, articulable suspicion that you've committed a crime, if you're on camera, which you should be recording, and you can say there is no reasonable, articulable suspicion, go ahead and illustrate the reasonable, articulable suspicion for the judge, because I'm not going to tell you my name. At that point, that dumb pig can arrest you. If he doesn't articulate reasonable, articulable suspicion, you're going to win the case, but you're going to take the ride. You're going to be taken to a dungeon. So you want to make sure that in Hiibel versus Nevada, in your trifold, you don't have to give ID. If you don't have to give ID, period. The cops can come up to you and say, I have reasonable, articulable suspicion. You still don't have to give ID. What you have to do is tell them your name. Now, I don't agree with it, but there's like 6 cases that the Supreme Court used to uphold the fact that you have to say your name out loud. I read one of them earlier, Byers versus California, 1979. So to answer your question, Grateful Dabs, you don't have to give your ID. If they have legitimate, reasonable, articulable suspicion, and they articulate that reasonable, articulable suspicion on camera, you have to say, my name is Jose de Castro, which that's my legal name. But you still don't have to give your ID. Do you see the difference here? Do you understand the difference between giving your ID and saying your name? Because if Hiibel and the cases of the jurisprudence, just so you know, the cases from Hiibel or the jurisprudence of Hiibel is, guess which case? Guess which case it is? Someone can type it in the comment section for me. Which case is it? Which case is it? Which case? What do you think the jurisprudence of Hiibel versus Nevada is? Hiibel. It is, of course, Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio. That's the jurisprudence. But there's about 6 other cases. I don't have Ripple Effect's song. Ripple Effect said that he had a song. Hey, William Beltrain. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the Cash App, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate your support, William. It really is going to matter. Okay, I believe that it's up. It's up. Oh shit, it's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. Here you go. You can register. Here it is. There it is. There it is right there. It's up, everybody. Constitution headquarters. You can get to it by going to Constitution HQ. There it is. Pre-orders are up. You can pre-order right now. There it is. And remember, this is just a placeholder right now because we don't have everything up here, but you can pre-order the game right now. It's available right now. And what we did is I went to establish the pricing for it. I went to a store and I went through all of the trivia games that are created. You can't get a trivia game for under $50 anywhere at all whatsoever. So I priced the game based on what other games sell for. Rising Tides. What's going on, Playboy? Good to see you, Lou. How you doing, buddy? So Constitution HQ is up. ConstitutionHQ.com is up. You can register there. You can pre-order there. Remember, the game's not going to come out for a few more weeks, at least 4 to 6 weeks away. I was going to say 90 days because each card, there's so much work. I can't even tell you, but Constitution HQ is up. I am super, super stoked. Constitution headquarters, the board game, there it is right there. There it is right there. And remember what all the haters said? All the haters said, Chili's not going to create a board game. Looks like I am. It looks like I have created a board game. Now, it's not finalized yet, but obviously I've been gone for almost a month. This is all I'm working on right here because I'm going to finish this motherfucker and I'm going to get it out to the public and I'm going to teach you guys how to overcome the corrupt appointed for life Supreme Court in your state of Mississippi, in your state of Louisiana, in your state of Indiana, how to change it by legislating away what these dirty, disgusting guys on the Supreme Court have done to us, and girls too, on girls too. Lots of hard work. I mean, lots of hard work. There's a couple of people in the chat. I'm not going to say who I'm going to talk to. Fern Dog, what is going on? So you can pre-order now. You can pre-order the game right now. $49.95 pre-order. I don't think there's any shipping on there. There should be. I don't know. The webmaster just sent that to me, so it's done. It's ready to go. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get these out to you guys. Cannot wait. Secret Agent, pre-order your constitutional game. The game is called Constitution HQ, Constitution Headquarters. That's the name of the game right there. So that is the name of the game because we needed a name that people could join. We were just struggling so hard to figure out a name where people wanted to join it and be a part of it. You know, like how could you be a part of it? Well, if you're a part of Constitution Headquarters, then you're a part of something that supports the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the 27 Amendments. That's what Constitution HQ is all about. So you can pre-order now. It's available. Go to Constitution HQ. Unfreaking believable. I'm just so stoked right now. You have no idea. It's finally almost done. Jiminy crickets. You guys cannot imagine how hard I've been working. You can't imagine. ConstitutionHQ.com. You got it right there, Clown Patrol. Chevy, thanks for the support, man. Chevy, get a game. Get Constitution HQ. I want you to be one of the first people that focus groups and test the game. So I want you guys to get it. Yeah, it should be $11.20 for shipping, and that's priority shipping, and I don't make a dime off of it. It should be. I had it at $11. Let me text over. Thank you very much for getting that up. ... I think the shipping is $11, not $12. So if you could change that, that would be amazing. I appreciate it. There it is. I just sent that off to the webmaster. It's been just a nonstop grind, and I'm trying to do 2 projects at the same time, and it's just damn near impossible. Rising Tides Outreach, new member, $10. Maria, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I want you guys to teach your children about the Constitution and about our rights. That's what I really want. I want long-winded conversations when you get together with friends and family. You pull out the board game Constitution Headquarters and you start to play. You start to go over the case law. I want people to learn their rights so that you understand how to get your rights. Of course you are, Bruce. Of course you are. Bruce has been with me since the beginning, as well as Kinetics Customs and Racing and Chevy. You know, you guys hear me scream out a lot of names, you know, because you guys have been with me. Brandy Swaney is diehard member of Team DLZ. Marcy Fox has been here since 2021, 2022. Rising Tide's been here for less than a year, but man, this guy's a major supporter. There's shipping, and it should be $11. It's actually $11.20 is how much the shipping is. I don't make a dime from shipping, just so you know. It all goes to the USPS. And that's the cheapest way I can ship it. The absolute cheapest way I can ship it. But we had so many problems with trifolds because the machine would eat the trifold plus the cop card plus the rubber band. It would eat the trifold, and people wouldn't get their trifolds and think that I didn't ship it, which is ridiculous. But that's what happened. And so I had to change the shipping. I lowered the price of the trifold so that most of the shipping costs would be covered. Because before, my trifold was $30 plus $5 shipping and handling, which made it $35. And now the trifold is $25 plus $11 shipping and handling, which makes it $36. But I don't get that $11. It's on the receipt. You can see it when you get it, $11.20 to ship it. So I want to be as transparent as I can with Team DLZ. I really, really appreciate your support. And I want you guys to get this game, and I want you to play, especially the Auditor Super PAC. Every single auditor in America should have the Auditor Super PAC. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. Go to Constitution HQ and pre-order. I'll have the game ready for you in a few weeks, finalizing it now. And then I need you guys to play it and then give me feedback and say, hey, Chili, this card was incorrect, or hey, this slot didn't work, or whatever part of the game doesn't work. I need that focus group of members of Team DLZ who have the game so you can give me feedback. And then I'm going to send you out a brand new game. So you're not buying it twice. If you're part of that original first group that gets the game and there's errors in there, we fix the errors. And then in the next 12 months, I send you out another whole brand new game. Okay, so there it is. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.